State Champs Score is delivered by Hungry Howie's Pizza. Also brought to you by Lawrence Technological University, Alta Equipment Company, Michigan High School Athletic Association, and the Construction Association of Michigan.
You are looking live at exactly what we are looking at. That's the beauty of the Score. You're sharing the same screens that we are sharing. As I so affectionately say, we're sitting in Rob Rubick's front room right now watching games together all across the great state of Michigan. Welcome to another edition of the Score. My name is Sean Belegian, along with former Grand Valley State Laker and Detroit Lion Rob Rubick. And Rubes, last week of the regular season, man, still so much to play for before we head into the playoff.
It's a tear. I'm telling you, man. You know, we still have the NFL, we still have college football, but this is pure.
Yeah.
What we've got to do these 8 weeks has been so enjoyable. Watching teams from all around the state, all different sizes of team, communities we get to see. And it's been a joy, and I've enjoyed the last couple weeks with you, Sean, also with Ryan early on in the season. So let's wrap it up here with some outstanding games tonight.
There really are a ton of great games all over the state. You see some of them right now. And of course, as always, we are going to have correspondents out and about. As a matter of fact, why don't we start our correspondence check-in out in Harper Woods. Brian is standing by. Brian, take her away.
Thanks, Brian. I'm at the Trenton versus Lincoln Park game. Both teams trying to find a way to sneak into the playoffs here in Week 9. Trenton coming in at 4-4. Lincoln Park 5-3. It is balmy and breezy. It is good fall football weather here in Trenton, Michigan. So it's going to be interesting to see. We'll give you more updates throughout the game, but I'm going to send it over to Lauren.
Thanks, guys. I'm here at Harper Woods High School, where the 8-0 Pioneers are set to face the visiting 5-3 Mason Bulldogs. The Bulldogs are trying to end the winning streak of Harper Woods, but it won't be easy. Only playing 2 games so far, junior wide receiver for the Pioneers, Dakota Grant, has been averaging 106 yards per game, while his quarterback, senior Nate Rushlow, has been slinging the pigskin extremely well for having 5 touchdown passes, 168 yards per game, and a completion percentage of 72, giving him a 105.9 quarterback rating. Also, Grant is a 4-star receiver with multiple D1 offers, including places like Alabama, Auburn, LSU, Miami, so make sure to keep an eye out for him tonight. For Mason, keep an eye out for numbers 2 and 4, both wide receiver threats on that offense, Luke Goss and Frankie Trigo, and also number 15, Troy Peters, a safety on defense who you'll see lining up in the Wildcat for the Mason offense tonight. Seems like it's going to be a great game. Back to you, Alex.
All right, thanks, Alex, and good evening, everybody. We are live from Tiger Stadium in Belleville, where the 2025 KLAA Championship is just moments away. It's a rematch of last year's Instinct Classic. You guys might remember how stunning the state with that 30-29 win over Belleville to claim the conference crown. Well, tonight, the Highlanders come in as the West Division champs, riding a 5-game streak of 31 points or more behind junior running back number 22 Bryce Kish, who exploded for 178 yards and 3 touchdowns last week against Brighton. On the other sideline, the East Division champs, the Belleville Tigers, looking for revenge, and they've got a new star quarterback, of course, number 16 Kendall Franklin, who tossed for 274 yards and 5 scores in their last outing. So it's power versus speed, tradition versus redemption, and it's a packed house here in Belleville for one of the best atmospheres you'll find anywhere in Michigan high school football. We are just ready for kickoff, and we'll send it back to you.
Just ready for kickoff.
Thank you very much, Lauren. Appreciate it greatly, and we are underway all across the state. I mean, the cool thing about doing this, Rubes, is we get live looks at games going on. One that we saw last week, boy, Grand Blanc looked good last week, didn't they? My goodness,
they did.
At home.
Now, it's been a little different start from this week. They have jumped up big against Davidson, but Romeo returned the opening kickoff for a tutty. And then Grand Blanc answered that by going right down the field and scoring a touchdown. And now you can see Romeo has put it up another touchdown to take the lead again. Be a one-possession game.
Boy, have they been on a heater, huh?
Oh, Romeo, yeah, they struggled a little early on, and they've been rolling ever since. But the one also keep your eye on, Harbor Beach and Millington. This is undefeated Harbor Beach against a 7-1 Millington team. And if you look at comparables, you see they both played Elton Pigeon Bayport recently. Millington beat them 14-3, and I think Harbor Beach ended up beating them last week like 14-0. It was both of them were very close games. And this is interesting here. You see Millington 4th down and 8. They're going for it here, Sean, upper left. Trying to throw a screen.
No, sir.
Well defended, nothing there, and they're going to be Harbor Beach is going to take over. So that's a good stop. Answer the bell a little bit.
Boy, and as Lauren was talking about, I'll tell you what, one of the funnest games I've done at any level, and I'm not joking when I say that, Rubes, was that Belleville-Howell game last year. Of course, Bryce Underwood at the time, he was still committed to LSU, and there were a lot of rumors that there were going to be a lot of eyes going there and taking care of things. Calvin Norman got this team turned around in the right direction. Shout out to Coach Norman, really good guy. Always love catching up with him. But right now, I'll tell you what, Howell, kind of a repeat of last year. They're having their way early on with Belleville at the stadium by the lake. Take a look at the score there. How about that? Wow. KLA football, man. I'm telling you what right now. It's fun to watch how that has come up. So that's another one we'll have an eye on. St. Francis Riverview right now. The kick is up. The kick is good. So that's a 10-0 lead, as a matter of fact. So down in Riverview, Lincoln Park and Trenton, a battle of some of the finest in downriver football as well. But Rubes, I can tell right now, your eyes are glued on the upper left portion of our screen right now.
Yeah, I'm Lenny Dantin, the defensive coordinator, used to be the head coach. Now Jermaine is the head coach. Lenny became the high school principal and no longer could keep the head coaching moniker, so he made himself the defensive coordinator and coming off a state championship year. So this is a good test for both these teams heading into the playoffs. This is going to be a battle. Harbor Beach took their opening drive, went all the way down the field and got 7 out of it. And Millington, trying to return the favor, they got into a 4th down situation and got stopped. And now Harbor Beach with a 3rd down and 4, looks like here. Upper left, Harbor Beach in the white, Millington in the home reds.
Lakers with an early 7-0 lead at home. Boy, you want to talk about a great atmosphere. I pulled into that stadium about 5 o'clock. There were people already out there grilling and chilling. That was a really cool location, and the early 7-0 lead right now on Roseville. So Roseville looking to tie it up is lower right screen, keeper into the end zone, and they're an extra point away from tying that up, Rubes.
Yeah, Roseville had a nice year.
Yep.
They really come out of nowhere. Not a name you usually correlate with winning football in the state of Michigan, but last few years they've turned the program around and really doing a nice job. And you can see here, after getting down 7-0, they're able to come back, and Bernard Snowden, the head coach, feels that this year he's got a chance to make some noise in the playoffs.
By the way, I would be remiss if I didn't give a shout out. Hungry Howie's is always there for us week after week after week. And a special shout out for giving me that extra giant batch of Cajun Crutch. I put it on everything this week. I put it in my cider. I put it on my toast. I sprinkled it on everything this week. So shout out to Hungry Howie's. And if you haven't tried Wing Snob yet, how good is Wing Snob, Rube?
They're so good they can be a snob.
Yeah,
their wings are so good. Yeah, I put her to about a half dozen or so prior. I'm not gonna lie. Upper right here, you see the Howell Belleville game once again. You said Howell jumped out early on them. Belleville was starting out deep in their own territory, Howell trying to go in again, Sean.
Yeah, boy,
Wow.
boy, what a start for the Highlanders.
On the road against the Tigers.
Yeah, that is not an easy place to play down there. Checking in with Sterling Heights and Brother Rice. Boy, you got to give the Warriors some credit. I mean, look, they play a tough schedule each and every week. Make no mistake about that. But basically, Rube's about 500 yards away from us at LTU.
I was going to say, if it gets loud, we're going to hear them.
Yeah.
We're on the campus of Lawrence Tech as well.
Brother Rice at 4-4 now, always play a difficult schedule and looking to go to 5-4. Boy, I love this. This is fantastic. I hope you guys enjoy doing this as much. I look over and You got Dearborn Heights, Crestwood. Farmington's had a fantastic year. 6-2 off the top of my head, right? I believe Farmington is 6-2 as well. So, a lot of teams. It's going to be really interesting. Rubes, you did the selection show for years. The selection show is coming up on Sunday. It's going to be very interesting to see some of these matchups early on.
Yeah, I always enjoy doing the selection show because I actually knew the names of some of these towns, these small towns and the outlying communities in our state where some of my partners over the years struggle with some of them. But when you're from the UP, you come downstate, it's like all the hard ones in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, from Menominee to Engadine, and a lot of them have been mispronounced over the years, Lance, Baraga. It's funny, but now, it's going to be taken over by someone else. I will not be doing the show this year, but I will be watching to see, because there's a lot of kids sitting in their living room, sitting in the cafeterias with their coaches and their teams, waiting to hear their ticket be announced to the big dance. And I really, it's a really good time of the year.
Howell looking to punch it in. They do. Boy, oh boy, what a start for Howell down in Belleville. Northville and Franklin, two pretty darn good teams from the KLAA as well. And it's Northville with the 10-0 lead on the east side of L-Town, Livonia.
A couple of 6-2 teams battling it out. The Patriots of Livonia Franklin. We've had on earlier in the year one time, and West Bloom and Roseville. That's an interesting one. That's two teams that I don't know how often they've played over the years. West Bloom being in the same division with Clarkston and Oxford and Adams. Now Roseville getting a chance. Is this a crossover game? I'm going to suppose it is.
Yeah. Boy, what a shocker though. Howell with that 20-6 lead. That's still in the first quarter.
It is.
I mean, that's got to be 3 possessions, 3 touchdowns, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I got to get Big B over there to get us Graham Blank and Davison if we got a chance. Graham Blank and Romeo. Yeah. The Bulldogs jumping out quick with returning the opening kick. And then also get answered by Graham Blank, and now Romeo returns the favor again. They were up 14-7 last time. Oh, there we got it in the upper right box here. You see Romeo with the ball.
Keeping an eye. Boy, I tell you what, that was an impressive performance when we were out there. Shout out to the Miners from Nogany, by the way. You mentioned Nogany, so I wanted to give them a little shout. The Miners.
From where?
Nogany.
Nagani,
Nogany, right?
Jeez. See, I rest my case. Nogany.
Do you like how I walked right into that?
Oh, yeah.
Come on. Now, we talk about them a little bit in hockey, just a little bit in hockey.
The
right?
Miners, yeah. The Ishpeming Hematites.
Yes.
Oh, there's a lot of great.
Oh, there are some fantastic. There are some fantastic names.
Now, I'm going to test you with
Flivers.
one. The Kingsford, the Flivers.
I love the Flivers.
You know what a Fliver is?
I have no idea.
It's an old car from like the 1920s or something. They had a factory up in Kingsford.
Really?
How about Gwyn, the model towners?
Is it really?
Before Gwyn was founded, they actually drew how they wanted the town made a model of it, and ergo the nickname.
Yeah, that's fun. I'll tell you, we do a lot of hockey up in the UP. I got to know some of the guys from the Miners, and a lot of fun up there. And of course, the 8-man finals. We're going to have it on State Champs.
You're calling that, you and Grant, correct?
Yeah, looking forward to that. We had a blast last year, really did. Going up to Marquette, the Superior Dome, there on the shores of the big lake they call Gitchagumi.
Oh.
Mason and Harper Woods.
That'll be a good test for Harper Woods. Undefeated, 8-0 this season. Taking on the Bulldogs of Mason, who are 5-3, have had 3 close losses. A good program. They've been really on the rise the last few years, getting pretty deep into the playoffs. Now the Grand Blanc Romeo, I'm hoping that our camera person shows the scoreboard a little bit more often, so we can keep an eye, because we do not have sound. We do have sound. One game we're going to get to, and I want everyone to hear the voice. We're going to go to Millington and Harbor Beach if we get a chance. Why don't we look at doing that now? We're going to bring in the pipes. These pipes are golden. The Millington. Harbor Beach and Millington game. You need to listen to this guy. Sean, I know you don't like it because you're worried about your job, but I think he's content. Let's see if we can listen in a little bit.
Penalty yardage and then some. good play there and design by the Pirate offense.
Second down, 10 from the 23-yard line of Millington. Rolling to his right, Caden Buchholz looking to throw. Gets hit while he throws. This one hits the turf as there is a defender closer to that one than Benson Harper was. As Caden Buchholz took a big hit as he threw that one, and it hits to the turf. Third down and 10 for the Harbor Beach Pirates.
Yeah, the reason you roll him out is to try to avoid the pass rush, but the Cardinals defense
that was strong.
Were there anyways, and Caden Buchholz probably gets away with one. If you're going to throw one away, I don't think you want to throw it away to the middle of the field, so that ball is going to fall incomplete, but he takes a big hit on that play, and third down and long now for the Pirates.
Third and 10 from the 23-yard line of Millington. Harbor Beach leading 7-0, 10:58 left in the second quarter. Working off the left hash, far right side of the radio. Back in the T formation, Caden Buchholz under center, 3 men in the backfield in a straight T. There's the snap. Handoff to Rogan Messing up the middle, dragging jerseys with him all the way down to the 15-yard line. It certainly makes the fourth down more manageable here for the Pirates as number 15, Gabe Bach, had his first hands on him first for the Millington Cardinals at the 16-yard line. Forward progress was finally stopped after a 7-yard gain for Rogan Messing, the fullback for Harbor Beach. Fourth down, 3 to go.
No confidence in the field goal kicker, Clark? Come on.
I don't know. And now, well, they're still going to discuss it as Troy Schelke calls the timeout with 10:29 left in the second quarter. 7-0 Harbor Beach leading the Millington Cardinals on the WLW Sports Network.
Yes! My goodness gracious, what a fantastic voice that man has.
Everyone needs to know the state of Ohio. Listen to Paul Keel, the voice of the Ohio State Buckeyes. This guy might even be more buttery than Paul Keel. Great pipes.
No doubt about that. So, Brother Rice down early, not too far from us. Our studio's located on the campus of Lawrence Tech University. Brother Rice, of course, plays their games at Lawrence Tech. Riverview Trails at home. You got that. 10-0 early on.
Yep, but they're driving.
Yeah.
As you see in the upper left against the pilots of De La Salle. Look at the uniforms, De La Salle. I've never seen those. Or is that not De La Salle? This is not. That's St. Francis de Sales.
Yep.
My bad. Yep. Okay. I'm thinking, man, when did Dan Rowan really change his uniform? They were purple, now they're maroon. Is this an Ohio team?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's why. Hey, you live and learn.
Look like Romeo is driving again. Yeah. Boy, their whole season changed when they got their quarterback, Rubes. It doesn't matter what level. You got a guy that can make some plays at the quarterback position. Your team just takes off in the right direction. There they are, coming the other way. Another big gainer. Yeah. That place was off the hook when we were out there.
Sean, this is a 2-loss team that gets into the playoffs and no one's going to want to play.
Ooh, good call. Good call there.
Look at the Riverview quarter. What a scramble there in the upper left. Gets on the board, make it 10-7 after the extra point.
That's St. Francis with that touchdown. Yeah, the Pirates down 16-0 now. Look at that game. Look at Howell. End of the first quarter, Howell up 22-6. Are you kidding me? That's 2 touchdowns, 2 two-point conversions. There's my Livonia Stevenson math skills live on display, Rubes.
I was told there would be no math.
Yeah, well, that one's easy. 16 I can do. Trying to get something going. Quarterback, lower screen.
Tutty.
Got in, no doubt. So Harbor Beach, look at this. Hey, I know a guy in this room that said he kind of liked Harbor Beach in that game.
Brian, our producer, asked me who might take him and Chuck, both. And I said I'd take the Beach. And Millington's tough. I don't usually go against the Cardinals, but I've been keeping an eye on this Harbor Beach team, and they've been making a lot of noise. And also making noise is the Bulldogs of Romeo. A little delayed draw action. Looks like you can get in the end zone. Oh, my. That should make it with the conversion of 21-7, maybe? How about Grand Blanc? A little hangover, a little Davison hangover, maybe, huh?
Yeah.
After they thumped Davison last week.
They looked unstoppable.
I talked to Coach Jake Weingartz. I said, Coach, we talked before, you thought you had a legitimate chance. He goes, they're a little bit faster in person. I loved it. But he'll get another crack at him, he's hoping, and he'll be ready.
Former Wayne State Warrior.
Yes.
I believe he was captain of one of those teams.
He was. He was a grinder.
Mason and Harper Woods, that's an interesting matchup as well. Mason up in that Lansing area, taking on Harper Woods.
I like that. The Rice-Stevenson game's kind of intriguing to me. Two of the best conferences in the state. You have the Detroit Catholic League, the top division, and then you also have the Macomb Red, which Stevenson's a part of, and we watch Romeo and another scream, they're a part of it. You have Dakota and Chip Valley. You just have an Anchor Bay. You got a bunch of really good programs, but it just shows you that Brother Rice right now doing well against Stevenson, and this is a team that's 4-4 in the Catholic League.
Trenton with an interception there and about a 20-yard return as well, so you know the Trojan faithful are going nuts.
Hockey school, right?
Oh, yeah, no doubt about that. Trojans, one of the premier programs. Make no mistake about it. We always say on the hockey show, Rob, you never, ever count out Trenton. I've seen it so many times. They kind of meander their way. They got a 14-6 lead here. They meander their way through a season, and yet when playoffs start, Rob, they're always dangerous, always dangerous. Northville and Franklin, very intriguing as well. We'll keep an eye on that. Stunned at Howell and Belleville, and it looks like Howell is driving again. Early second quarter, the last score we saw was 22-6, and they're driving again. Boy, a lot of people thought revenge game for Belleville this year, but Howell looking like they're doing it the old-fashioned way.
Yeah, they're going to full house tee. They're just running double lead. They're running both off backs through and giving it to the back on the weak side, and he follows the two guys, and that's just power football. But they seem to be doing pretty well at it right now, and the Tigers have no answer. That defense got to be getting a little bit tired because the offensive Howell's been on this entire game, up and down the field on them.
See, this game's teasing me. I got to be honest with you. Sterling Heights, Stevenson, and Brother Rice. I'm going to ask John Watson and the crew if we can just walk over there, and maybe we can put the screen up in the stadium so we can watch the games on the screen and watch that game live as well.
Is Wing Snob between here and there?
Ooh. What do you think the chances are you could get some more Wing Snob, Watson?
Do you think if it's between here and there, we could hit it.
Could you maybe get some more Wing Snob? Boy, those are good wings.
My buddy Sean, you ever been beneath begging?
Never. No, never, ever, ever. Are you kidding me?
We got upper left, St. Clair. Hey, do you know we haven't been to? Port Huron, the Huskies with the ball. Port Huron Northern, rather.
Love going in the blue water, seeing what's up that way, right?
Yeah, and we got to make sure that we see this game that it's Port Huron Northern, even though that's not typed on top for us. Oh man, that's magic. I am like magic.
Oh, you dog.
Well, Port Huron, that's different. Saying Michigan State and Michigan are the same. No, they're not.
Howell scores again. You have got to be kidding me.
The Tigers might be heading to Willow Run Airport here pretty soon to get out because it's not pretty.
All right, I believe Lauren is standing by at Belleville right now. Lauren Plant, take her away.
Hey guys, we're live from Tiger Stadium here in Belleville, and the Howell Highlanders just keep rolling in this 2025 KLAA champion. They've now stretched the lead to 28-6 midway through the second quarter here after another long burst from Christian Farron, who has 3 touchdowns and has just been rolling. Howell just went right back to work. Number 22, Bryce Kish, just finished the drive, had a 15-yard touchdown run. Really, the Highlanders' power T attack has just been unstoppable. Farron and Kish are taking turns slicing through the Tigers' defense, and the offensive line is winning every battle at the point of attack. Belleville, meanwhile, is searching for answers. Their only points came back in the first quarter on a long strike from Kendall Franklin to Antoine Thomas. But as it stands right now, it's all Howell up 28-6, 29-6. Check that after the extra point, showing no signs of slowing down. Back to you guys.
I'm stunned at that. Rubes, what are your thoughts on that one?
Well, you see Belleville had the big play, but Howell is going Pac-Man and down the field. I'd much rather be the Pac-Man. Running that full house tee, you can possess the ball, you control the clock, you're in control of the game, and it's going to be difficult. When you get behind a team by 3 possessions like Belleville is right now, that's tough to come back on a team that possesses the ball. It's like playing against the military academies in college. They just eat the clock and eat the first downs.
I'm sure you remember the game last year, but that's exactly when Howell got the ball back, you were like worst case scenario for Belleville because all they did was 3 yards a pop, 4 yards a pop, 2 yards a pop, and if they had to go for it, first down, yeah. You got it. And that's exactly what they did. That was worst case scenario for them. But hey, you know what? Give give Belleville some credit. The year did not start the way that any of them thought. If you remember, they were down at Wayne State, and Clarkston took it to them. There's no two ways about that. And you know what? All they've done is win since then. That's all they've done. I'm going to say it again. Coach Norman has done a fantastic job. They beat Fordson by 10. They beat Stevenson by 32. They beat Churchill by 21. They're 7-1 right now. So 17-0 now. Northville on top of Franklin. Wow. That's at Franklin. And let me tell you something. They support that team on the east side of Livonia. Nice run here by the Mustangs. Coach Luplow's done a really good job with the Mustangs the last couple of years, bringing them back into prominence, no doubt about that.
Looking at the bottom right here, Roseville, West Bloom in the red zone. Maybe we could go big there, head over to see if the Lakers can finish this drive off and take a 14-7 lead as we head to West Bloomfield. Now, do we? I think we have. Yes, we have audio there. Let's listen in.
Rocha, Benson, and Davis is going to push the pile forward at least 2 or 3 yards, and that gives these playmakers for the Lakers offense the spacing they need to, pick up a good 5 or 6 yards right there.
As you see, athletic trainer Amy Frazier and her team tending to Travis Robertson. It's a colder night here, 46 degrees and cloudy at this juncture as Shakespeare takes the football. Inside the 10, inside the 5, still on his feet, gets down to the 2. Once again, Jamal Shakespeare just ripping through these Panthers.
Yeah, just gliding with the football as he gets tackled down inside the 5. Just a phenomenal job. Just, again, being smart with the footballs. He gets to the outside, sees where the rushing lanes are, sees where he has to go, and just gets the Lakers the ball inside the 5.
A week from Halloween, and Jamal Shakespeare is already in slasher mode. First and goal for West Bloomfield inside the Roseville 5. Shakespeare's going to be the Wildcat quarterback, and it looks like Roseville might want to talk this over. Wishful thinking on my end.
Lakers are going to be moved back. I'm being told we have a grand blank touchdown to get back into this one. Here we go. Bobcats setting up shop. Looks like inside the 1. No problem.
Too easy.
Yeah, no problem there.
Let's see if they give us a look at that scoreboard.
I think at last count, wasn't Romeo up by 2 scores?
I thought so too.
Well, I know, ask and ye shall receive. I'm sure we'll get a shot of that scoreboard in just a moment. The crews out and about town do a great job of letting us know what's going on in the game. And part of it is not only getting those replays to us, but putting up those scores as well. So, that place is, look at that, as if on cue.
The Bobcats.
Things just got
They're
interesting.
clawing at the Bulldogs. We got the house pets going at each other, the dogs and the cats tonight.
I don't know if I want a Bobcat running around my house. Maybe that's okay in the UP. I don't know if I want that. Newbury, that's a commonplace, right?
Yeah, it's like having coyotes in Ann Arbor. Same thing.
Lakers get in. So the Lakers go back on top of Roseville, if I'm not mistaken, 13-7 now. I could be mistaken.
I'm going back to comment on that grand blank Romeo game. Let's not forget in the second half last week, Davison put up 3 touchdowns.
Yes.
Against Grand Blanc. So maybe they found something, and all of a sudden the Romeo, they get the film of this and they look at it a little bit, and you get a coach that's like Kurt Reynes that does such a great job, and he figures things out. So obviously he's found some kinks in the armor of that Grand Blanc defense. The problem is they also get to have the ball, and they've hung 21 on the Bulldogs already in the first half. So it's going to be an interesting game. It's who can finally get some stops.
Boy, Belleville, when it rains, it pours. It looks like they have to punt now from deep in their own end. And Howell's already up 29-6. My goodness gracious. Got a replay.
Who could be roughing the punter there, though? He got rolled underneath. Let's see if there was a flag and a muff punt.
Let's check this replay.
There's all kinds of action going. None of it good for Howell. And It looks like Belleville recovers the ball on the muff. So they're going to take over here. That's a huge break. It's something that the Tigers needed. When you're down 3 possessions, 3 scores like they are.
Oh, look at this play. My goodness, look at Farmington. That's a big play, huh?
Yeah, and they're rolling.
Ooh-wee. Hey, good for them. Farmington, if I'm not mistaken, 6-2 on this year. Bouncing back the last couple of weeks. And as you mentioned, Rubes, they are rolling right now.
Yeah, the Falcons under Jason Albrecht, 6-2, taking out the 5-3. The Crestwood team here. How come I don't have a nickname on Crestwood? Who did my notes? Oh, I did. Shoot. Okay, I can't point the finger at anyone. Hey.
Inland Lakes and Gaylord
8-man,
St. Mary.
8-player rather.
Yeah, you like that?
Yeah, 8-player football.
A lot of fun there.
If anyone wonders where Inland Lakes is, just think of Indian River.
Okay.
When you head north, you cross Indian River at mile marker 310 and 313.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's where Inland Lakes is. I did a football camp for the Lions there last couple of summers actually. The Lions go around, the Detroit Lions around the state of Michigan, putting on these camps for young people, and I've got to work at Indian River a couple of times, and it's been a pleasure.
You know you're talking to a guy from up north when he uses terms as the exits, okay? So that like for me, I got my first year at exit 270, the Waters exit, okay?
Yes, we're the only McDonald's in the history has ever gone out of business.
Yes, exactly. So I mean, like I know I'm talking to somebody from up north when they bring up exits, that it's like, okay, this is a fella that's familiar with a lot of those exits.
I make that trek a lot.
Yeah, quite a bit, huh?
Yeah. Let's see if Belleville can do anything here. They got the muffed on the punt, and they got to flip the field a little bit.
Rubes, look to the right. Harbor Beach. Harbor Beach has opened up a 20-0 lead on
Wow.
Ooh-wee.
You know, you always see a cardinal in the sign of the spring. It always makes me think of my father-in-law. My father, both were big cardinal fans as far as the bird. And that cardinal right now, they're struggling. They're getting handed to them a little bit. I mean, that hasn't been handed to a Lenny Dantine defense in a long time.
Looks like Belleville, as you mentioned, got some new life. They got the ball back. It just had a first down run. Looks like they have matriculated their way down to the Howell 35. Shout out to Hank Strand.
I was going to say, if our younger viewership probably has no idea who said that.
Northville attempting a field goal. The kick is up, and the kick is good.
Hey, how about what are you? Your sound stage man? He does a lot of things for us here, but he came through the Crestwood Chargers.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So look at Northville opening up a 20-0 lead just before halftime at Livonia Franklin.
I'm pulling for Belleville to get in here. We want games that are close. We don't want them getting farther apart.
Let's see.
So that
Roseville got the ball back. Rubes. West Bloomfield wasn't able to score after the penalty.
Oh, I was corrected. O's not the stage manager, stage director. Isn't that kind of nitpicking? Am I going to nitpick on O here? Stage director.
Wait, listen. We had some wing snob tonight, so let's let the snobbery kind of go all over the room, right? I got no issue with that. All right.
When we go to halftime here, we have any time, I'm going to go off to the side with O. I want him to give me some coaching points on what's different about the stage manager and the stage director. I'm sure he can.
29-6 there. Shout out to our boy Lauren Plant down there. Beautiful facility near the lake. I was there a couple years ago for a game. I'm telling you what, that wind whipping off that Belleville Lake was unbelievably cold. But 'tis the season, man. You're going to get a little mixed bag of weather. West Bloomfield getting the ball back here. It's whistled down. That looks like a slug fest so far between Roseville and West Bloomfield.
But how about that Roseville? That's shocking me.
Yep.
Roseville is 4-4. West Bloom is 6-2 and plays in a tough conference. That is just shocking me right now. I don't know if West Bloomfield overlooked them or took them for granted, but Roseville's battling.
Hey, Roseville probably saying to themselves, look,
we can get in a dance.
You got it. That's exactly it. Improve our points in a big way. Mason and Harper Woods.
Upper right, yeah.
That's been a slugfest so far as well. If we could get a score update on that, I apologize. I forget. I think Brian is out there. Belleville gets into the end zone. Boy, did they need that.
That's big.
Ooh, did they need that.
Give a little momentum heading into the halftime.
Hey, they were this close. They were down 29-6 and had given the ball back. And that was
at
terrifying.
Midfield.
Yep. Let's check in with Brian at Harper Woods and let us know what's going on there. Brian?
Hey guys, thanks. Number 4 for Harper Woods was able to get the first scoring touchdown of the night on a big 45-plus rushing touchdown. And then Mason answered quickly with a big quarterback run into Harper Woods territory. Number 0, Hayden Hendrickson for the Mason Bulldogs were able to cap off the drive with a end-around touchdown run. And then as Harper Woods took the ball next, Garant was actually able to go and get a touchdown catch in the corner of the end zone on the next drive to secure some more points for the Harper Woods Pioneers. Current score here before halftime is 14-7 Pioneers. Should be an interesting rest of the half and a very exciting second half. Thanks. Back to you guys.
Appreciate that, Brian. Boy, Dakota's a heck of a player, isn't he? He's been a mainstay on our list all year. West Bloomfield got the ball back. Still a lot of time left in that second quarter, all tied up there.
And you look at that Belleville score at the bottom left. Made it a 2-possession game now. But it's still 5-12 in the first half, so you got to somehow try to get a stop. You cannot let Howell take that ball and Pac-Man it down the field again and make it a 3-possession game going into the half. In the bottom right, Harbor Beach once again going in on Millington. This is a shocker. I'm not going to.
That's at Millington too, right?
Yes.
Wow.
Well, they get taken out to the woodshed. The good news is they know where it's at because it's a home game.
Yeah. No doubt about that. All right, so cupping around upper top with slant was there. Unfortunately, they couldn't connect. Look at Brother Rice coming back now. 14 straight for Brother Rice. Boy, weren't they just down 7-0? That's a couple of quick touchdowns, Roops.
Yeah.
Senior night for so many people. Rob, you can speak to that. I mean, you were one of the lucky ones that not only went on to play in college at Grand Valley, but certainly 7-year career with the Detroit Lions as well. But senior night, to say that there are emotions involved would be a gross understatement.
You know, it was much worse when I was coaching. When I became a coach after I left the NFL and I coached in Fenton a little bit and then up in Lapeer, it was hard for me as a coach when you lost your seniors. Because some of you had for 2 or 3 years that you coached them, you get a good relationship with these young men, and that was hard to see them go. But when they come back 5, 10, 20, 30 years later, and hey, coach, it's pretty cool.
No doubt.
Makes you feel pretty good.
So did Farmington score again? My goodness gracious. What a fantastic year for Farmington. Props to them. So I'm being told 2 guys with 2 touchdowns each. Boy, those 2 guys right there, 2 and 3, 2 touchdowns each. My goodness gracious, up 27-0. We'll keep an eye on that for a second.
Well, I have to believe that North Farmington and Farmington's programs over the past, I mean, how long ago did Harrison close? 6, 8 years ago,
boy,
maybe?
It's been a while.
Has it been that
right?
long?
Yeah.
After they closed, obviously, when John Harrington's team and the school closed, those kids had to go somewhere.
Yeah.
So they both, I'm sure both of those schools benefited from it, and it really upgraded both their programs. Put John Watson on it. Maybe John knows a lot.
I think he does.
How long? Then when John Kidd, somebody tell us when Harrison closed. But boy, you talk about one of the great high school football programs led by John Harrington. What a great dude he is, too.
Look at Harbor Beach.
Wow, this is just, this is the first half. What's amazing is Elkton Pigeon Bayport played them tough last week.
Yeah, they did.
And Millington beat Bayport close. So this is, wow. You like to get the Paul Harvey, the rest of the story. You know, you never know. We don't have access to, maybe some kids are out, somebody's injured, somebody's not playing for certain reasons. But at first sight, it just looks like Harbor Beach is having the game of their season.
Grand Blanket Romeo. Romeo was in charge. I think it was 21-20 the last time we saw it. Harbor Beach going for the extra point now to go up 28-0. The kick is up, and the kick is no good.
Sean,
Yes.
is this right? It's been that long? How many years ago? 18.
Oh, okay. All right.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, 28. I was like,
oh my
man,
goodness. No
I
way.
said 6, which would make it, 7.
Yeah, 7.
Okay.
West
2018.
Bloomfield jumped on top. That's a nice route into the end zone.
No wing snob for John Watson. I'm getting bad messages.
They got some playmakers in West Bloomfield, and there's a play. Extra point away from going back up a touchdown. Falcons on top as we see. Farmington 27-0. Tie game at Romeo, huh? Give the Bobcats credit for fighting back.
I think if they would review their emails, our bosses would realize that I wanted that as the game of the week. Until I found out we don't have our game of the week is tomorrow.
Yes, 2 games tomorrow, right? Both at Ford Field, correct?
Oh, you have probably King.
Oh, look at this. Picked off at Trenton. Boy, it looked like Trenton was going in to score, and a big interception all the way out to midfield as well. Tip pass into the end zone. Nothing doing there. This is a cool thing about popping the eyes around. Like, Rob, you said it a couple weeks ago. We're just sitting in your front room having a good time, man. 14-14 between Lincoln Park and Trenton.
Keep an eye on that Grand Blanc Romeo. It's been down for a while. No, not much action. If someone got hurt, what happened there?
Let's hope not. 21-21 was the last I saw with that. There are a couple surprises tonight. I think, what Farmington is doing so far, that's a little bit of a surprise.
Yeah, I thought they would win.
Yes.
But not in this style.
Right.
I mean, up 4 scores.
Howell's a bit of a surprise in Belleville, no doubt about that. I'll say it again. I think what the Mustangs are doing at Franklin, we got a replay from Howell, as a matter of fact. Why don't we see what's going on in that Belleville-Howell game?
Oh, you don't run that full house tee, and they pull it, and you get a guy wide open. That is just unfair. When you run that full house power game, you're running 15 plays in a row, you hand it to one of those 3 guys, and then all of a sudden you fake it, and you let your tight end run a little corner route. Come on, coach. That's just rude.
Was that
That's
the
rude.
answer after it was?
Yes,
Wow.
yes. They made a 2-possession game. They took it out to midfield running it, and then they play action.
35-14. That's at half, correct? Just before half? 2 minutes to go. Wow, they've scored 35 points in what, 22 minutes?
That's work.
Woo-wee.
All right, now we got Grand Blanc now looking for the first lead. We'll come back to that in a bit. I'll keep an eye on that upper right. We'll come back to that, maybe make that full screen. Not right now, there's a timeout. But that's a 21-all game, and Grand Blanc's been chasing the Bulldogs' tail the entire first half. Now they got a chance to get out in front. And people got to understand, it changes the dynamics of everything, and it really changes not as much for the kids, but for the play callers.
Yeah.
When you're calling from behind, you don't want to panic. You still want to, you have your game plan in place. But man, you get down that score, and you're okay, I'll still kind of stay tuned. All of a sudden, you're down 2 scores, everything goes out the window. Then you start just, think what you need to do to try to get back, and sometimes it can lead you astray.
I just want everybody to know, you'll be happy to know the concession stand is open out in Trenton. I just wanted everybody to know that. In case you can't see it on the screen, just let everybody know the concession stand is open. And we're going to check in with one of our correspondents, Alex. What's going on, Alex?
I'd like to direct your attention to the 25-yard line, where Superintendent Doug Menser is hosting a special presentation for tonight's game.
Hey guys, I'm at the Trenton versus Lincoln Park game. Right now it's 14-14, but really it's been a battle of the quarterbacks. Tamari Randolph for Lincoln Park, 76-yard touchdown throw, 5-yard touchdown. With the zone legs, he does have an interception, but it's kind of the same going both ways. Hawkins for Trenton, he has a 25-yard touchdown run. He's got some help from Tyler Crook with the touchdown run. But the big thing right now for the Trojans, Hawkins on his scrambles is almost over 50 yards, so it's a really tight battle. I think this one's going to come down to who breaks first. Both these teams are still trying to find a way to make their way into playoffs. Back to you guys in the studio.
Appreciate you, Alex. We'll keep an eye on that one. How about Grand Blanc? They just kept clawing their way back, and they have taken a lead just before halftime down at Romeo.
Yeah, we're going to take a look here. Here's what happened. Just getting on the gray area outside behind the corner. Safety doesn't get over the top to help. I think a lot of those guys there, they're interchangeable, fast, athletic outside. We saw them just stretch the field against Davison. At times, it looked like Davison was running in quicksand last week, and it's not a knock on Davison as much as it's a tribute to this team right here. They throw a lot of speed, a lot of athletes. They're kind of like, to me, they're like the Cass Tech of the North this year. Cass has always thrown out all those D1 athletes. Well, Grand Blanc's got a lot of guys that can play as well.
Boy, they can put up the points, as evidenced in last week, and again against a very good Romeo team, a team that had won 6 straight Rubes. Heck, they got 28 points near halftime.
Yeah, but more importantly, I want to make a comment on DeSalle on the bottom left against Riverview. This is a tough draw for Riverview when you're playing a team. Now Riverview is in the dark, the burgundy, the maroon, right, with the yellow helmets.
The Pirates.
But you take on this DeSalle team. They come up from Ohio. Now, are they a Toledo team? You were
Toledo St. Francis. Yep.
Toledo, okay.
Yep.
Are they in the Detroit Catholic League now though? With like, because some of those
teams are.
Yes.
Yeah, Central Catholic is.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if St. Francis is. I got to must confess to you.
Hey, the Huskies looking to draw some blood again here.
Oh, nice little run there, huh? He won't go down. Took a bevy of players to bring him down.
But it looks so soft. Look at the grass. I love that. I love those grass, old bladed fields. That's a nice looking stadium, huh? Look at that. They got that's at Port Huron. They see what I'm talking about? How they have it looks like a big time stadium. The entranceways.
Yeah.
Built right in where you can come out. You ever been to Muskegon? Big Reds have a dandy too. Bay City Central.
Yeah.
All through.
Unbelievable.
The old concrete stadium. Now, Bay City's a little bit creepy because it's about 3 yards from the out of bounds, all the way down the side. It's pretty close.
Brother Rice, of course, with a 14-7 lead just before halftime. So not too far from where we're sitting, as a matter of fact, on the campus of Lawrence Tech.
What's up? We'll keep an eye on this Port Huron, but I want to let's go up to Romeo because this time is about a minute and a half to go in the half. It's going to be second down. Maybe let's go big on that and see how we finish the half if Grand Blanc can hold on. These are two teams that I think are going to be players in a Division I tournament when the playoffs start here in a week. So let's go big and check this out, and we'll talk over it. We don't have any sound here.
Boy, I wouldn't want to play either one of these teams. I'm telling you what.
Different types.
Yeah, we saw Romeo. That quarterback has some moxie. That kid is a gamer. And Coach told us point blank, the whole season changed when he came back. He missed the first couple weeks. Coincidentally, they haven't lost since then. It's amazing how that works out, isn't it?
Well, as former Grand Valley coach, Notre Dame assistant, and Miami Redhawks coach in the Mid-America Cup, Chuck Martin said, my ones are my ones because they're better than my twos.
It's amazing, isn't it? It's incredible how that works out.
You get your one back, and all of a sudden your team gets better, especially when the guy handles the ball every play.
Yeah, so let's see what this is about right here.
This is what, 28-21 Grand Blanc.
Yeah, I think they hit the extra point. If I'm not mistaken. Little pitch play coming near side, picking up some yards. That's all right. Darn good game going on regardless. It looked like Romeo might run away from the Bobcats, but the Bobcats stuck with them, Rubes, and
weathered the storm.
Yeah,
so to
they
speak.
have.
I mean, they've scored what? Was it 21-7? I think they scored 3 times.
Yeah.
In pressure.
Yeah, you could see.
Could get a holding call. Oh, he just threw it up.
Yeah. Let's see if they. Let's see if there's a declination there. Oh, I got a young man down, boy. You hate to see that. All right, they're going to back out there. So we'll get pan to that scoreboard. Let us know what's going on out there in Romeo if you would be so kind. I know Grand Blanc is up by a score. Thank you. Here comes the Zoom. Look at that. Asking you shall receive. It's 28-21.
Still a minute to go.
Extra point.
One timeout. They got a lot of guys outside, a quarterback that can spin it. So let's see if they take a chance and try to put some more points on the board as Belleville is doing here, because this is vital for Belleville because they're down 3 possessions.
Yeah. I believe it's just before halftime there. I know Lauren Plant is out there, and I believe it's just before halftime there. And Howell, again, you know, Rubes, you brought it up. Run, 36-14 just before halftime. Run, and then all of a sudden you pop that big pass.
Yeah, that's tough to defend. I don't care. Your eyes, you get used to seeing that ball being handed off time after time after time, and you don't see that tight end who's running right by you when you're one of those safeties. Batted down.
You were one of those tight ends at one point in time, right?
I was actually a safety when I walked out at Grand Valley.
Were you really?
Yeah.
No kidding?
I walked out as a safety, and Jim Harker, my head coach, the first day when I walked on, we're doing some drills. I was backpedaling. He goes, what else did you play besides safety? I said, tight end. He goes, you're a tight end. He says, you can't backpedal very well. He says, see how you do going forward instead of backwards. Best thing a coach ever did for me.
Jim Harkema, Eastern legend as
Yeah,
well,
in
right?
the Hall of Fame at EMU as well as Grand Valley.
California Raisin Bowl, if I'm not mistaken.
1987, they beat
Yeah.
San Jose.
Boy, look at
San Jose.
us in the history books right there. Before Coach Creighton's been to a few bowl games. You're familiar with that?
Former Downriver coach at Wyandotte, or Southgate. Was he Wyandotte Roosevelt? I think he was. That was Ron Adams. Was the quarterback of that Eastern
Ron
Michigan
Adams.
team. Ron,
Yeah.
a really outstanding high school coach in the state for many years.
Brother Rice going for a long
that's a
field goal here. Right before the half. Snap is down. The kick is up. No good.
Just short. Just like the one
Just
last
short.
night. The guy for the Vikings hit right.
So
he
that's
missed one.
Well, 14-7, still 8.2 seconds remaining before halftime.
So say
Howell with
Rice
that
will go in
36-14
leading the first
lead.
half?
Yeah. They must have scored boom, because it was 7-0 for a while, and then the next thing you know, we looked up and Rice looking to go 5-4 as they're 4-4.
They might get in at 4 and 5.
Oh,
too.
no question about
Yeah,
it.
with
that
their schedule.
Yeah, with the playoff points now,
Yeah.
Rubes, as you know, that changes everything. Hey, it wasn't that long ago. Look, you a 5-4 year, you're not getting in. Didn't matter who you were. Okay.
It was a 6-win was the watermark, and that's what everyone had to get. And every now and then you might get 3 or 4 5-win teams in, but not anymore. It's changed.
Yep, no doubt. That is it. So we'll go to the halftime, just a few feet away from us, with Brother Rice on top, 14-7. Belleville trying to cut into this deficit a little bit just before the half. They are driving.
32.8 seconds, is that right? Or 328 seconds?
Yeah.
I'm going to guess 32.8.
32.8, yeah.
Someone needs to move that decimal.
Yeah, we can do that. So they are about the midfield, 30
30.
yard line, sorry.
Love the tiger paw.
Yeah.
That's cool looking.
That's a cool place to go. I had a blast going out there. John Kidd sent me out there. Shout out to Kidd and the Kidd Camp. He sent me out there maybe 7-8 years ago. And I don't blame this on John. I want to make that crystal clear. But Rubes, it was about 11 degrees. I am not joking. It was absolutely freezing cold. And we did the podcast after the game, and I wish I had a fire. I'll leave it at that. You know, when you're out there that long, you just can't get warm. You really can't. I'm talking to a guy from the UP.
Well, and
he knows that better than anybody.
once you get cold, good luck getting uncold.
It ain't going to happen. It ain't
You can get hot and cool down.
Yep.
Go into a nice air conditioning. When you're cold, you go into a warm house and you get that chill through you. Ooh, that hawk will grab you now. That hawk out there.
No doubt about that. So let's see. At the 24-yard line now, there's your scoreboard.
No timeouts. They just burned their last one. So you got to throw to the sticks. Tell your kids we're going to throw. Everything's got to be thrown to the sticks. And if we get it, we run up and we spike it.
Boy, you want to talk about a team that it's difficult to come back on, and you brought it up earlier. The Highlanders, the way they run the ball, man, you just don't want to get down multiple scores to a team like that.
Teams that spread the ball around, like 3-4 wideout sets, and throw it a lot, those are teams you can come back on. Now, they can hurt you with big chunk plays, but you also get incomplete passes. It's harder to get first downs. But you find a full house team that's good at it, and that's physical, can run the ball and move the sticks. It's really difficult because they limit how many times you're going to get the ball in the second half. You might get 3 or 4 possessions tops, which means you got to be successful in every one if you're Belleville.
Second half just underway on the east side of Livonia. Northville. That one's a bit of a shocker to me. I got to be honest with you. And that's not taking anything away from the Mustangs because they're a pretty darn good team. But so is Franklin. And I think Northville to be up 20-0 at Franklin right now, a little bit of a shock. Long shot there, just overshooting the intended receiver at Belleville.
Absolutely. That's a touchdown. He just overshot him by about 2 yards.
All right, why don't we throw it to the one and only LP Lauren Plant out in Belleville. Take her away, LP.
Well, hey guys, we are live here at Tiger Stadium. Final moments of the first half, just 18 seconds to go in this KLAA championship. Howell Highlanders have been in control of this one, leading the Tigers 36-14 right now. Howell's offense has been nearly unstoppable, really. Christian Farron and Bryce Kish just really powering the ground game. And the quarterback, Preston Barb, added a deep pass to Brody Stack. As you see, an incomplete pass there. 50-yard touchdown late in the quarter. But Belleville's trying to make something happen here. Kendall Franklin just hit Antoine Thomas on a quick pass. Thomas had a touchdown earlier. They're threatening now, but again, this has been all Howell in this anticipated rematch from the end of last year. Back to you guys.
Boy, was that fun out in Howell. It was a magical night, just a beautiful night, and we're keeping an eye on Romeo now. That pass incomplete, far side of the field. Quarterback under some pressure. But boy, what a magical night. Howell scoring late in that one and coming away with a 30-29 win.
I think it's imperative that Belleville gets a score here.
24-yard line, just a few ticks before halftime. Howell brings the pressure, going up top, overshoots him again, Roops.
Yep. He's getting surprising. Howell's playing man coverage on the back end, which you think in this situation you're playing a soft zone, but that's going to bring up a that must have been fourth down there.
Yeah, interesting. You don't see a lot of celebrating from Howell. It's almost like, hey, guys, we got a job to do.
That was their job to do it.
Yeah.
Let's go to the right now. Keep an eye and
moving up the gut.
Romeo with the hard count draws Graham Blank into the neutral zone.
Give him a free 5 yards. So let's see if we guys at Romeo, if you could give us a zoom in of that scoreboard.
Yeah, because they're just taking a knee in Belleville. Let's see if we go big and see if the Bobcats can hold the Bulldogs out here.
All right, big play here. They'll let us know what's going on after this play. High snap. Oh, look at that. Nice screen.
Oh,
nearly
he breaks
blown
it
up, though. Inside the 20. Flag comes in late. You can see the timeout. Let's see what the scoreboard says here. Got to be at a late juncture, right? Yeah, 14 seconds remaining, 28-21. Oh, baby. Romeo trying to tie it just before.
Well, I think pretty soon you're going to pull the plug and maybe kick it, try to take the 3. Depends on who this penalty's on. Looks like they're marking it off against Graham Blank. Interesting. Now, when you saw the board, did you notice the timeouts?
I didn't.
I did not either.
Sorry. Now, I know there was 14 seconds left, and now they're at the 9-yard line.
That quarterback's been hurting them with the legs here.
Yeah, hey, Moxie.
They've been getting pressure.
Nice.
Oh, and they got it.
Touchdown.
Nice. Got a little seam route. Back of the end zone. Throw a seed in there. Bulldogs here with a chance to tie it up going into the half. 56 points in the first half between these two teams if the conversion is good here.
How about that? Well, hey, Rubes, you were right. This is one of our games of the night. This is one that we wanted to keep an eye on tonight for a good reason. I have a blast being in here, but this is where I wish I could morph into 8 different bodies and be in person at 8 different games as well. make clones of myself. Hey, this is Sean.
We really don't want that.
No, you don't
The
need
people that know you, one
No.
Sean Belizean
One
is
Sean
enough.
is enough. Hi, I'm
Yes.
out at Franklin. Hello, I'm out at Romeo. Hi, I'm out at Belleville. You don't need that. Because the Sean in Livonia would be going, Watson, you got to get me more Hungry Howies. The Sean in Romeo going, where's my wing snob, right? John Watson doesn't need that especially. No doubt about that. As I've mentioned this a few times, but it bears repeating. A little bit of a surprise. Not taking anything away from the Mustangs, but this 20-0 lead that they have on Franklin at Livonia Franklin. Right there, just off of Joy Road in Old L-Town, my old stomping grounds. Patriots with great unis. I've always loved that red, white, and red, white, and blue look of theirs. As they're trying to get on the board for the first time. So Romeo and Grand Blanc, that's turning out to be an instant classic. Just before half.
Well, you see the difference. Romeo was able to go down and get that touchdown when they needed it to tie it. Where Belleville, really even in a more dire situation, went all the way down the field and didn't get any points. So it's really going to set up the second halves where the Romeo Grand Blanc one's going to be highly competitive, and that Howell game with Belleville could get out of hand.
Turnover. It looked like Franklin was putting together a nice drive, and they just fumbled. At the Northville 24, the Mustangs take over. Wow. There you go, Rube. 6 seconds before the half, 56 points on the board.
I would say this is take a knee time.
I think the Bobcats are going to do that, right?
Yeah.
Deep in their own, yeah, looks like victory formation to be sure. Northville takes over, 7:26 to go at Livonia Franklin, and they've got a 20-0 lead. Seen a couple different quarterbacks, Tuiasa Sopo and Durketch, both for Northville. So two guys that can make some things happen.
Tuiasa Sopo?
Tuiasa Sopo. I don't know if there's any relation to the 10,000 Tuiasa Sopos that have played in the NFL.
Yeah.
And I'm convinced
From the island of Samoa.
There are no less than 10,000 Tuiasa Sopos. Oh, I love the four look. 8-6 Inland Lakes over Gaylord St. Mary.
Gaylor's, the St. Mary's, the Snowbirds are doing well. They 7 teams this year got shut out by Inland Lakes, never scored a point. They got 6 at half.
Hey, you called Harbor Beach very early in the night.
Not that bad, though.
No,
I thought they
you.
would win, but not like this.
Big return by Trenton there as they're taking on Lincoln Park. So the Trojan faithful surely going crazy there as they try to get something going. But you nailed that, Rubes. You said you liked Harbor Beach. I don't think anybody saw. A lot of time left. Still 11:52 left in the third quarter, but Harbor Beach up by 27. And my goodness, Rubes, they're driving again. Inside, what is that? Inside the 20 now? My goodness gracious. So, yeah, we've got a lot of action going on here. Mustangs, of course, in that white, the Halloween colors. That's where my family lives now. It is a Halloween town. There's no other way to say that. They've got the black and orange and white, and the whole community goes crazy. Pitch there. Looks like recovered by Lincoln Park. Turnover by Trenton. And Lincoln Park is going to take over. That's a huge turnover after Trenton had returned that kick to set themselves up in good field position. But Lincoln Park going to take over on their own 29-yard line. Timeout on the field at Livonia Franklin. Mustangs just recovered a fumble deep in their own territory. Let's check out what's going on at Gaylord St. Mary. Inland Lakes with an 8-6 lead. Why don't we go full there, fellas, and see what's going on up there.
From the linebacker spot. Good high-low tackle to bring down Colley, but Colley was I mean, it was a good open lane up the middle, almost looked like a quarterback draw.
Collie looking to throw here. Now drops this one off to Fenstermaker, and he's unable to catch it cleanly. Fenstermaker might have heard some footsteps by Eli Switalski, who was closing in on him quickly, and that one falls harmlessly to the turf. 2nd and 10 now for the Lakes.
That was a tough one. It was kind of low and away from Fenstermaker there. Collie didn't really put it on him, but Collie also had pressure coming in, bearing down on him. Crowd is one thing I didn't get to talk about there coming back from the sidelines, Charles, is how exciting the crowd is just down there. Right now they're quiet, and as the defense and the offense are kind of getting back to work. But during the halftime, there was energy down there. The crowd was up and all over the place. It seems like a close game. That's because it is.
It almost feels like you're sitting in Ford Field right now, Christian.
Collie's got a completion on the sideline. This one is caught once again. And making the completion is Perkins.
Good out route there, or a hitch route there. Good enough for.
But guys in there like Jonah Demock and Noah Mellendorf moving people around, creating that hole, and it just doesn't seem to matter who gets the football. And this offense gets rolling. They all feast, and that time it's Luke Bisher with a first down carry.
A soul-crushing drive here for the Harbor Beach Pirates against the Millington Cardinals, set up by that opening kick for the third quarter.
That might have been the bigger soul crusher.
Yeah,
right there,
that's and then if a score on top of that, that's certainly going to, as they're and so 9:45 left in the third. We have a official timeout on the field, as I think they're going to have to square this one away. As Kendall Anthus, who can't avoid a pothole,
they've Bulldogs trying to take this this opening possession of the third quarter all the way in for opening half touchdown. There's a high snap. Bradford still gets it. Bradford cuts it back, and he's in for a Bulldog touchdown. Bulldogs come out swinging here, courtesy of the 14-yard touchdown run. Andre Bradford takes what looked.
Okay, I'm asking nicely. Stop putting on the deep bass voice.
Next level.
Like, stop it. That's embarrassing to me, okay? Watson's on the phone with the guy right now saying, hey, we need somebody to do some play-by-play. Are you available? Those pipes. Touchdown there, Inland Lakes with a big score. Rubes?
Yeah, now they're going for 2 again. Got the cameraman fooled a little bit there. Looks like it's not good, but they did convert on the 2-pointer in the first one, makes it 14-6. 1 possession, 2-score game for the Snowbirds of Gaylord St. Mary, so they're still in this game.
That looks like I've never been up there. That looks like a pretty cool venue. Gaylord, of course, a beautiful city, but in one of the shots, it almost looked like it was in a neighborhood. It looked like there were some houses back. See that?
Oh,
looks
yeah,
like there's some houses in the other side. A little Lambo-esque feeling, right, huh?
Except you don't have to pay $150 to park your car in someone's yard.
Right. As a side note, did you see that a house was for sale right next to Lambeau Field just recently? Like the owner, just a nice little ranch, you know, the owner was selling it, I believe it was for $750,000.
Yeah, in Green Bay.
In Green Bay.
You been to Green Bay?
I have. I've not, believe it or not, I haven't been for a game, though. I have not been up there for a game. Trenton gets back in the end zone. Boy, they had just turned it over. And they got in the end zone. So Trenton, if I'm not mistaken, goes back on top. Now Watson's teasing me. He's putting the name.
The guy's name is Clark Ramsey.
Yeah, he just
wrote.
Hey, the guy that's calling games from now on, Clark Ramsey. Thanks, Watson.
He must be a radio guy up in the thumbs.
Oh, he's got to
be. With that voice, someone had to say.
He's...
That's like if your last name is Butler. Isn't your life planned ahead?
Right.
You gotta be a butler.
Yeah.
That guy with that voice, when his parents said, when he told his mom, "Could I come home after school today?" Mom says, "You're going to be on the radio, son."
Trenton with a 21-14 lead. Looks like Northville's getting into the end zone again. They are. How about that? Well, I'm telling you, Rubes, that's a shocker to me. That's a shocker. I thought Northville would win this game, but they are in absolute control of this game.
Both 6-2 coming in.
Wow.
That's St. Clair Port here on Northern. We'll get a chance. Keep an eye on that. It does have a broadcast. Now, have we listened to that broadcast yet? I don't know if we've heard that. It is 14-6, I believe, the Huskies, if that's the score.
Northville extends their lead to 26-0. Wow.
Now, what if Northern and Port Huron use the same stadium? They have like a city stadium. Some schools do. Like Traverse City, Central shares their stadium with Traverse City St. Francis, actually, where I believe Traverse City West has their own, the Titans. But I got some head nods over here that Northern and Port Huron share the same stadium. It's a really cool stadium. You know, my wife and I, we like Port Huron. We go to Freighters right on the water. You watch the big boats go by.
Absolutely.
Look at the Blue Water Bridge, good restaurant. I'm putting a plug in for Freighters, so if you're looking for some more advertising. But in Marine City, we were just told, shares a stadium with St. Clair. Interesting. Interesting. Two different towns, two different communities.
Yeah.
Upper left, Dearborn Heights Crestwood is in trouble again as the Falcons are knocking on the door to make it a running clock here in the first half. If they go for 2.
Boy, the Falcons are running as well. Oh, man. Is that Harbor Beach going in again? My goodness gracious, look at that.
I tell you, you have to go look in the history, but it's been a long time since the Cardinals have been thumped like this.
I'll tell you what, I wouldn't want to face Millington. Not after something
I
like
want to
this.
face them next week, the first round.
That's what I'm talking about.
There'll be some angry little Cardinals.
They are going to be ornery. They are going to be ornery. No doubt about that. 14-6, Inland Lakes with the lead. Very underrated part of the state. You mentioned Indian River in that area. Very beautiful. Underrated part of the state.
It is, because it gets lost between the east side and the west side. On the west side, you have the Traverse City, you have the Sleeping Bear Dunes, you have all the wineries in Petoskey and Traverse City. Beautiful area. You know, the Gold Coast. And the other side, which is also undervalued and underrated, is Lake Huron.
Yep.
Now, the voice was in my ear telling me we have something to go to. I just didn't hear it. We got a highlight from the Trenton game here. Oh, this is not going to be good. Maybe we're going to see interception here. And that's ill afford right now because Trenton's really having their way here so far. Nice interception, good in-phase coverage, inside technique, look back, located the football, everything you want. Sean, you've heard that so many times. They don't locate the football.
Yep.
I'm going to ask you. No, I don't want to show it. I don't want to. But do you know why they don't locate the football a lot of times?
No.
Because they're not fast enough. People don't understand is if we're going to race, you're going to race someone who's similar speed to you. You race looking back over your shoulder. I'll race running straight ahead. It's so hard when somebody has a step on you and they're beating you. You're just trying to catch up. You're not doing this to look for the football. You need to get there and rip and strip.
Oh, that's a common sense thing. Yeah.
Now, if you're in phase with a dude where you're comfortable running with him, you know his route, and then you're running with him, then you can look back and locate the ball and make a play on it. But they're like, he has to locate. No, he doesn't. He needs to just try to get there first of all, and then once they do, then you can try to locate it and make play on the ball.
Harbor Beach got the 2-point conversion, so Rubes, you are going to have the running clock.
Wow.
That's unbelievable. At Millington.
You know, if we had more of a bigger research staff here, we could have them find out when last time Millington has had running clock against them. That was like 1 year I did a finals game, and Catholic Central had the running clock on him in the second half in the championship game. I don't know if it was Cass who had him on a running time, but I did that game. I said, that was Tom Mack.
Yeah.
One of the great high school coaches of all time.
No doubt about that. Touchdown for West Bloomfield. We haven't checked in there in a bit. The last I saw it was 14-7, right, at half?
Boy, would they return this opening kickoff, I think. It has to be. Or else it's a 13-second drive.
We talked about at halftime, those younger guys.
Oh, he spun him like a top.
That poor
he spun him. The AI crossed him up, maybe.
You got it.
Allen Iverson.
What a big statement by the Lakers to open up that second half, and I bet Laker Nation's going crazy out there. Great grilled hot dogs in that corner, Rubes. Not that I had 7 of them. Great grilled hot dogs in the corner. keeping an eye on these games.
Keep an eye on you.
You know I love food, man.
I tell you what, I like to be your cardiologist. He's going to make some money.
Hey, I've always said, you worked out because you were a professional athlete, right? I worked out so I could eat more food.
I worked out because my wife's hot. I wanted to keep her. That's why I worked out.
14-14 now, St. Clair and Port Huron Northern. Boy, you see the people bundled up out there. That breeze comes off the lake, and it can get a little chilly up that way.
Hey, I like the St. Clair unis. Okay, I know that's really not this show's about, but we do see so many different type of uniforms. Look at that. I like the red helmet, the white top. I like the red, white, and blue like the Patriots had of Franklin you were talking about.
Yep. That's a sharp-looking uni. And you were talking about the Cardinals earlier. You know what? I love to bird watch as much as the next guy. Cardinals, Blue Jays, right?
Yeah.
Beautiful. I'm being told another score at Inland Lakes in Gaylord St. Mary.
Well, this, I tell you, they score here. They got a 2-point conversion coming. This is a 2-point conversion. Yeah, they're going for 2 here. Gaylord St. Mary, the Snowbirds are in trouble.
That one's going to be stopped just shy, so the score will stay 20-6.
All you have to do is make fun of your crack staff or lack thereof a crack staff, and the crack staff comes through.
I see what you're doing. You
Mr.
can't
John
fool me.
Watson.
You can't fool me.
Millington, last time in 2005, so it's been 20 years where they were down by 35 plus to Birch Run. Wow. And they probably went to Tony's after anyways, though, in 8.
Oh, so see, now you're speaking of cardiologists, that bacon sandwich. Oh. Who hasn't destroyed that bacon sandwich, huh?
You might as well go to a pig roast and eat a hind quarter off the pig or go to Tony's, one of the two. You know what we're doing? We're kind of doing a promo for a cooking show. Why are you grabbing your heart?
Hey, because you know what? I'm looking at Watson and saying, how does a cooking show start, huh? That sounds good. That's why I'm grabbing my heart. Are you kidding me?
Heart disease with Sean and Rob.
Come on, boys, get ready.
Ooh, look at this. Rose. Oh, he fumbles, but he gets no.
Yeah, it came loose. Now, okay, West Bloomfield recover. Are they going to say the knee was down? Initial preliminary indication
they're pointing.
I thought he got back control, Rob, and then the ball came out as he was hitting the ground, but evidently not. All right, now
we got a replay.
Let's take a look.
Upper left, Roseville in the way. Oh, nice zoom, good. Little quarterback fake pitch, just draw right up the middle. Right there, it comes out. It looks like he has. Oh, he never.
Pause that loss.
Ooh, that's close.
From that side, he might have had the ball. You're right when he landed.
That was very, very, very close.
But there's only one official on that side who really has a good view. We do not have a good view.
Yep. And it looks like
this
it's
could be a dagger here. I mean, you return the kickoff. It's a one-possession game at half. They return the opening kickoff, make it a 2-possession. Now they're inside your midfield on the plus 43. They score here.
Millington had something going, and a little miscommunication there, nearly a fumble, but they're able to hold on to it. Is they're looking to stop this running clock at home. Good drive here, playing with a little pride, no doubt about it at this point in time.
I went to a playoff game. I think it was a quarterfinal last year. They played Pewamo, Westphalia, whose P-Dub's always good. They got our Thalens and Smiths. There's a lot of them. There's about 5 or 6 of each on the roster. But they got beat up by Millington. And I was a little bit shocked. Millington went on the next week or 2 weeks later and won the state championship.
All right, I believe we got a score in the Harper Woods game. I'm being told we got a replay here, so let's check out what's going on here.
The Bulldogs of Mason. Oh, a little strip sack. Scoop and score, baby.
So 21-7 there is the score.
You know, Harper, we talk about all these other teams. Harper Woods, I think, is... I don't want to misspeak here, but I think they're D3. Or 4. I'm not sure. Don't hold me to this. Our crack staff is going to get on that as well because they can make some noise.
Boy, I am with you. The more I see those St. Clair uniforms, boy, I like those.
Sharp?
That is a sharp
like
look.
You just don't see red helmets.
No.
Do you?
Remember the old Buffalo Bills, the old Buffalo Bill red
yes,
helmets. Yeah.
Yes. I also remember the D4, Harper Woods, we just told her is D4. They can create some problems for some people now. They can get at you with that front. They can throw the ball, run the ball, very well balanced. I'm going to keep an eye on them. Do you ever do a pool? You picked like your brackets?
Oh, we should.
Oh,
that would be fun
It is
amongst the
fun.
crew, right? We could do that.
Pick your teams. I get in a wrestling one every year with my buddy who's a big wrestling guy in the state of Michigan. And, you know, we don't talk enough about the wrestlers. We got some outstanding wrestlers from Michigan in the country. I mean, Josh Barr, former Davis and Cardinal at Penn State, finished second in the nation last year as a freshman.
We're moving kids on.
I'm telling you, 197, that's a man's weight.
Yes, it is.
Alex Facundo just he just moved from Penn State to Oklahoma State. And David Taylor, the coach, former Penn State guy, stole him, and he's heading out to wrestle for Oklahoma State. So there's been some Braden Davis from Dundee at Penn State, the top wrestler there as well. There's guys all around.
Millington trying to get into the end zone. It looks like they're very close. Let's see where they're going to mark this. I know inside the 5. West Bloomfield flipping this game in their favor early in the third quarter. They returned the second half kickoff for a touchdown to extend the lead 21-7. They got the ball back on a turnover, and boy, they could open up a 3-touchdown lead if they can pump it in here. And they're inside the 20-yard line now. So keep an eye on that. Port Huron Northern looks to be driving as well.
I'm trying to watch that Harbor Beach game, and they're just winning up front. That defensive front is just not giving an inch, and there's nowhere for the Millington backs to go. And I'm also looking at this Inland Lakes one. Gaylord St. Mary's, every time I turn and look, they're on the plus side of the 50 going in with the ball again. And the Snowbirds of Gaylord St. Mary in the dark uniforms on the bottom left, they must be just doing 3 and outs.
Yep.
But they score here. This one, you can say GG's, buddy. This will be a good game because it's going to be done. This defense has allowed 14 points all year, and there he comes out of the pile, another touchdown. How about Inland Lakes and our 8-player football? Getting the Bulldogs 8-0 come in. Nick Kazmarek, the head coach, 8-0, going to be 9-0. The blue and white are going to move on, be a top seed, I'm sure, in their district as the Perrys come out. Now, I don't know if they're in the small division, because let's not forget, in 8-player football, you have 2 divisions.
Mm-hmm.
You have the bigger division and the smaller division, and I'm not sure where Inland Lakes would fall.
We stayed at the same hotel with the teams last year, that Holiday Inn, that I'm sure you're familiar with in northern Michigan.
Right across the 41 from the Villa Capri, which is now going out of business, which is sad to say.
What a fun time the night before the game with a lot of those parents. Brian Haynes with an update for us out at Harper Woods. Brian?
Thanks, guys. Back here at Harper Woods High School, where at halftime the score is 14-7. After that, the stats at halftime are so far for Rushlow, Rushlow, the quarterback, he is 8 for 11, 144 passing yards and a touchdown. His number 1 receiver is Grant. He has 7 catches for a touchdown, 98 yards, but a fumble, unfortunately, at the end of the first half. And in the rushing game, it's been DeAndre Bidden for the Pioneers. Number 4 has 5 rushes for 78 yards and a touchdown to kick the game off. So far in the second half, we've seen Mason start with the ball, but they were blown up on a huge play in their own 10, which then let the Harper Woods Pioneers pick up the ball and run in for 6. A huge scoop and score for the Pioneers. Score now is 21-7. Should be an exciting rest of the second half. Back to you guys.
Appreciate you, Brian. By the way, West Bloomfield's drive ended in a missed field goal, so Roseville takes over. Nearly a pick deep in their own territory, as you can see on the replay in the upper left of the screen. Again, you guys are watching the same thing we're scoring. Sterling Heights Stevenson just scored to the right of that game, so they're not going away.
No, Brother Rice just gave it up, and That was a, what, 2-possession game, or was it a 1-possession game? I'm trying to think what it was.
Flash your scoreboard for us, fellas.
If they get a chance,
If
they
you,
will.
if you get a chance, oh, look at that. Ask and ye shall receive. Now, a little zoom in. We'll get to it in a second. How's that?
I don't know if they can actually hear us, Sean.
I'm not sure they can. I'm pretending they can.
You're like
know?
me when I talk to the people who don't drive very well on the freeway.
I'm not sure we
I
can
don't
say.
actually
Yeah,
hear me.
I don't know if we can actually talk about that on this family-friendly stream, but that's okay.
You know, I'm going to miss my ride here every Friday. I come down Lasser Road all the way from Square Lake. What a beautiful drive, especially with the trees, the colors today, and the beautiful homes.
My goodness gracious.
You go by Country Day, I think. I see Brother Rice. I see a lot of these schools on the way down. There was a middle school that was absolutely gorgeous, some North Middle School. I'm thinking, man, I don't want to pay the taxes around here.
My boy and I did that just last night. We decided to jump in the car and drive down Hines Drive in Northville. And it is, I will put that up. I mean, other than maybe that drive along US 2, when you just get into the northern shore of Lake Michigan's one of my favorite drives anywhere. What a beautiful, beautiful drive. But
let me tell you, are you a red or are you I'm a bright orange guy. I love the really bright orange trees.
So do I.
That's my favorite, more than the maples even.
Yep. My goodness. You know that the yellows
colors.
Yeah, my goodness gracious. They can sometimes surprise a little bit. Roseville had to punt the ball back to the Lakers, so that game stays 21-7. If we could get the score of the Sterling Heights-Stevenson-Rice game, fellas, that would be great. Sterling Heights-Stevenson went for 2, and they got it. Rob, I don't know if you saw it, they snapped it to, look at that. The 2-point version gives them the lead, huh?
Like it.
Snapped it to the holder, and he just stood up and ran it in.
I tell you what, if all these other games wrap up, I think we're going to head over across the courtyard here and go watch the end of that game.
You might, Rabbit, you might. All right, Howell got the ball back. Evidently picked off a Belleville pass. This one has been all Howell.
On both sides of the ball.
Yeah.
They've given it fits. You see pressure. Quarterback
There's
just
your
throws it
interception.
up.
Yeah. Wow.
You always, as a quarterback, I'm going to teach you this right now since my football knowledge is maybe a little more advanced than you. When you throw the ball, you want the guy with the same color jersey catching it. Always remember that.
The first rule of quarterbacking.
Yeah. Same color jersey.
So now Brother Rice, just really a few hundred yards away from where we sit. We are on the campus of Lawrence Tech University. And, of course, Brother Rice playing at the House of the Blue Devils out here on this beautiful campus in Southfield.
Not a big black uniform guy. Love Rice's with the orange helmet sets it off.
It works.
It's very Halloweenish.
Very Halloweenish, yeah, much like Northville. And you could say Belleville in a certain regard as well.
But that orange helmet, they got the pumpkin heads. That's excellent. I think they should have to wear the orange shoes like the one tailback has there, too. Those are sweet.
Howell just seems every time they hand the ball off, they're getting 4 or 5 yards a pop. It just wears on you, Rubes. 36-14, the score there. Woo!
Bottom left, St. Clair. I'm sorry, Mason, rather.
Yep.
Going against Harper Woods. Good job getting in the end zone here. This game is getting closer now. This is tightening up a little bit.
All right, let's see a replay of that touchdown if we can. I'm being told we got a replay, so let's take a look here. This is Inland Lakes and Gaylord.
Oh, we're going to have a long
St.
one.
Mary.
At number 30 for Gaylord chasing, he looked like a D tackle. He was big. Wow.
I thought he had the angle, too. Nice speed down the far side of the field.
Sean, keep an eye on this team because you're calling the finals.
Yep.
In Northern Michigan, there's a chance this team's going to be there in one of the 2 divisions. That's a really good look at 8-man. And the reason is that what they do defensively. Most 8-man teams can score. It's an 8-player teams that can stop people is how you win.
West Bloomfield driving again. They have been in control, complete inside the 10, inside the 5, in to the end zone. That's a huge touchdown. They're up by 3 now, Rubes.
Yeah, that's pretty much. It'd be difficult for Roseville to make a comeback against a team that's possessing the ball on you. And also on the bottom right, we're seeing the same thing with Howell. Here's a replay of the West Bloom up left. Just a little out route. And a nice job by the receiver catching it and getting north and south quickly. Not allowing the defensive back to push him out of bounds.
Howell threatening again at Belleville. Boy, a touchdown here puts them up 42-14, PAT pending. Wow.
All right, we're going to spend some more time here. We're going to clean this up a little bit. I know the Howell Belleville, there's some interest, but if Howell scores here, fellas, guys working the 12 box, we're going to start ignoring that a little bit because this game is going to be out of hand. Howell, hats off. We'll come back to them when they get to the end. They're shaking hands and stuff, but we need to get out of that one a little bit.
Yeah, 42-14 now, PAT pending. My goodness.
Because the Sterling Heights game and Rice is really good. The Grand Blanc Romeo game is really good. The West Bloom and Roseville still pending a little bit, but for the most part, the Millington game that's done. The Snowbirds and
did they score again? Now just a first down run by Harbor Beach. 35-7 now. So Millington playing with pride. They had the running clock for a while. Mm-hmm. And it looks like Harbor Beach is driving again. So that one, for all intents and purposes, with 9:20 to go.
Right, that's GG's too. So we're going to talk to the crew over there. We're going to clean this and get to 4 because there's still 4 or 5 games out there I think we need to rotate. We can check in with the blowouts every now and then, but I think it'd be better if we have Stevenson Rice, excellent. We need to have Harper Woods Mason is good.
Let's
get that Grand Blanc Romeo up there somewhere too because the 2 on the bottom are. They're pretty much settled.
Let's check in very quickly with Lauren for one more recap of what's going on out in Belleville. Lauren Plant, what do you got?
All right, guys, we're live from Tiger Stadium in Belleville where the Howell Highlanders continue to dominate the 2025 KLAA Championship as we near the end of the third quarter. About 5 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Howell now leads 43-14. It's been more of the same. Power football and precision execution from the defending league champs. The Highlanders extending their lead midway through after a drive that featured big runs from Christian Green and Christian Farron before Bryce Kish finished it off with a short touchdown run. That's his second of the night, and that's really been the story all evening. Howell's run game has been relentless. Farron has 3 touchdowns. Kish has 2. Quarterback Preston Barb added a 50-yard strike in the air to Brody Stack back in the second quarter. For Belleville, Kendall Franklin has a pair of scoring passes, one to Anton Thomas and another to Charles Britton III. But since halftime, the Tigers haven't been able to slow down Howell's ground attack. So as we continue here in the third quarter, it's all Highlanders. Howell 14. I'm seeing Howell 42, Belleville 14. Back to you.
Thank you, Lauren. Yeah, that's one that, as you said, Rob, maybe it's time to start paying attention to the other one, like Brother Rice.
Excellent game. Mason Harper Woods.
Down by 1. Looking to get into the end zone. They're going to have a first and goal inside the 5-yard line.
I'm trying to think what else we have.
So good answer by Rice. I know we have Northville and Franklin was a game we were looking at. Northville was up big. Yeah, that Northville was up big.
The Pontiac. Yeah, how about the Northern? Pontiac Northern and St. Clair. I thought it was still within reach. I'm not sure. Maybe have our guys check that over on the side. But right now, you just see the quarterback for Grand Blanc he's a nightmare for people. You can't get him. He just can scramble and scramble. And you have to cover forever on the back end because he'll extend the play like none other.
So Brother Rice, first and goal from the 3. Brother Rice back on top. 3-yard touchdown run. And the Warriors are back on top. Now it's 20-14, or excuse me, 20-15. Do you go for 2 here?
Yes.
I agree. Boy, is that a dandy out in Romeo. Ooh-wee.
Well, and Grand Blanc had a touchdown call back, and now they got set back. and it's scored. Now they're going to try to get 3 out of this.
Warriors are going for the extra point, by the way, over at Lawrence Tech.
Well, there's still, I think, 3 minutes or so to go in the third. So there's a lot of time in that game.
We'll wait for the snap.
Grand Blanc misses their field goal.
Snap down, kick is up. The kick is good. So Brother Rice back on top. Oh, look at that. On cue, 21-15. Boy, good game. Not too far from us tonight. Roseville has to punt away. That almost got blocked.
Yeah, they're having issues right now. The defense of the Lakers, West Bloomfield and Green on the bottom right, really, really constricting and not much there. Roseville had some success moving it in the first half. Second half's been a different animal.
How about Port Huron Northern? At home, on top, 21-14. Romeo takes over in their own zone. This game's tied at 28 apiece. Running near side, knocked out of bounds, up close to the 30-yard line. Boy, some great action tonight. My goodness gracious. 3 of the games on our screen right now, certainly anybody's game. This one was tight. This West Bloomfield-Roseville game was tight until the second half. And
it was 7-7 and 14-7
yep.
right before the half, I think.
2 touchdowns by West Bloomfield in the third quarter. Yep. Returned the kickoff and then got another touchdown to kind of open this up.
Wow, bottom left, Romeo tries a little counter. Romeo in red. Did not fool. Grand Blanc stayed home, got up for no gain. You just wonder, these teams, it's 28 all at half, and you wonder who kind of figures the other offense out the most quickly here.
How often do you see that in this game of football? All right.
You think there's going to be 100 points scored? And all of a sudden, no one can get in the red zone.
That's exactly it. That is exactly it.
You know, you can coach kids up during the week, let them have views of what the option looks like, or what their spread, or what their sprint, their counter, their part, whatever the play is. But until they see it in the game and get used to seeing it at real speed by their opponents, it's tough to coach them up sometimes. But once they see it for a while, they figure it out.
Now it looks like Romeo trying the other side and having a little more success.
Not a good job setting the edge at all by Grand Blanc.
They were coming near side towards their own sideline, and this time get that first down going the other side, far side, as you mentioned, Rubes. Not a good job of setting that. Mason and Harper Woods, take a look there. 21-14.
Hats off to John Watson, our boss of this. He told me on the phone call this week, he thought Mason Harper Woods would be a good game. And, you know, if you look at the schedules, I didn't really see it because Harper Woods 8-0, Mason 5-3, but they've been good the last few years. They've been a real powerful team getting deep into playoffs, and they're proving it tonight. Now they're starting out deep in their own, and they got the ball back. Mason, the bottom right, in the white with the blue pants.
The Huskies from Port Huron Northern on top of St. Clair, 21-14. Big possession here in the third quarter.
St. Clair with the ball, upper left, with the red helmets.
And they are at the 28 of the Huskies.
We said this earlier, but anyone just tuning in, where it says the home team is always second, up on our descriptive on the ticker tapes up there, and they'll have the dark unis on.
Yep.
So St. Clair at Port Huron in the dark navy, St. Clair in the white.
Keeping an eye on all these games. Gosh, it's fantastic. John Watson even delivers water. What a great human being.
Stop glazing it so much.
Well, listen, I want more wings now, so I hope you can understand my...
You sound like Chris Collinsworth with Patrick Mahomes now. So come on.
That was over the top. That was over the top back a couple weeks ago. No doubt about that. So third quarter action abounds. Sterling Heights, I believe, is at 3rd and 1. Let's take a look. There's your scoreboard. 3rd and 1 at the 44-yard line. Boy, a big third down going into the fourth quarter. Anybody's game here on the campus of Lawrence Tech University. So we'll definitely, that's one we're going to be keeping an eye on until the duration here as we come close to 9 o'clock. We haven't checked in Trenton. Very close to the witching hour. Very close to the witching hour.
We got to see something more clever.
What's going on with Trenton right now, fellas? Intrigued to see? Well, you can bring more candy if you want to. That'll work. Halloween coming closer. We can. Alex Johnson is out at Trenton right now. The Battle of Downriver. Alex, what do you got for us?
Hey guys, Trenton has absolutely blown the Rail Splitters out of the water on this one. So much like we saw in the Trojan War. Another big run here by Hawkins. He's well over 120 yards. Almost over 100 yards just on his touchdown runs alone. He's got 2 in the third quarter. Parker Sachs tallied another one here in the third. Trenton's put this one away, and I think they are fighting for their lives to show they deserve to be in the playoff conversation. So 35-14 Trenton, and it looks like they're knocking on the door to really put this one away. So back to you guys in the studio.
Appreciate it.
Here's the problem with Trenton. They're fighting for their lives, but this is not subjective. Mm-hmm. It's not like that. There's no eye test like you see sometimes with the football, the college football playoffs and so forth. There's no eye test here. They're 4-4. This will make them 5-4 with a win, but it's all about who they played.
Playoff points.
Yep. So you can want it, you can hope for it, you can dream it, but if your schedule doesn't show it with who you beat and the points you get, you just will not make it.
Boy, Sterling Heights Stevenson barely got that first down. It was 3rd and 1. They needed to get to the 45, and Rubes, it looks like just the tip of the football is touching the 45. So they gave him the first down, blocked kick with St. Clair and Port Huron Northern. So Port Huron Northern is going to have great field position. So we'll keep an eye on that one, 21-14.
I've been keeping an eye on the Romeo Grand Blanc game, and a promising drive for Romeo after they got the missed field goal by Grand Blanc. They moved up pretty quickly, but they really hit the skids here.
Of course, we are checking into a bunch of different places as well, not only the games that we have on our screen, folks, but a bunch of different places as well. As the finals start to roll in, we'll let you know some of the finals. Romeo has to punt this one away. Ooh, very careful. You and I both saw the same thing. The Bobcat return man had to be very careful. Bobcats are going to start on their own 24-yard line as they get the ball back.
I think this will be the second possession for Grand Blanc in the second half. The first time they moved right down the field, got a touchdown, had a penalty, called it back, got set back a bit, and settled for a field goal attempt, which was failed.
We do have a replay. Which replay do we have, fellas? I apologize. Belleville touchdown. So they get one back. Well, that's a heck of a catch.
Beautiful. And throw.
Yeah. So Belleville gets one back. It's still Howell big in that game, if I'm not mistaken. There's that Grand Blanc offense. Another big play.
That's going to go
Rubes,
house.
Let's see.
House it.
10. Oh! Diving touchdown, saving tackle inside the 10-yard line.
Did you see that? He just scrambles. Just like against Davis, he scrambles, he gets out of the pocket, he being the quarterback for Grand Blanc. Then he finds someone 15 yards in the open.
Yep.
Coverages break down. I told you at the professional level, after about 5 or 6 seconds, there's a good chance you can find someone wide open. At the collegiate level, when you get to the high school level, you can stretch it out that long, someone's going to be just standing there all by themselves, which we just saw.
Well, with that, let's see if they can convert. Romeo kept him out of the end zone, and Grand Blanc had to settle for a field goal attempt in which they missed. Now, Northville and Franklin looks like it's over. Do we have a final there, fellas?
Look at this. He's so
35-14, the Mustangs big hit, knocked out of bounds.
That time was like, the guy was like watching him run around like a chicken with his head cut off. He gets out. He's like, just get out of here. Get out of bounds.
Sterling Heights with
Oh,
the ball, trailing 20-15.
We're going to have a penalty. If it's on Grand Blanc, they're their own worst enemy. They scored last time. They got a penalty, took the touchdown away, moved them back a ways. If they just got another one here, we're going to look at the replay.
Yeah, a big play that we were just talking about. Rubes,
Right.
This is the quarterback that you were talking about.
Yeah, watch the cue here for Grand Blanc. He's going to take this ball. Nothing's here. He's going to roll left, kind of naked. Look. Just lob it. Wide open. Gets behind the secondary. But what an effort by number 3. Good hustle and a dive. You think, oh, well, they're going to score anyways. Well, not necessarily. Now something just happened here where there was a penalty. Let's see. Doesn't look like it's going to hurt them at all. Because I think that's where maybe it'd been, I bet you it was off unsportsmanlike on both teams. It was dead ball, so the play counts. They're going to be on the, the 7-yard line.
7-yard line. So 35-14, Northville went into Franklin and knocked off the Patriots.
Good win.
Northville improves to 7-2, certainly playoff bound.
Oh, a little pitch pass.
Halfback pass, wide open.
The Huskies
into
are
the
barking.
end zone.
How about those Huskies?
That's a huge touchdown.
Love it. Pitch pass.
Two-score
Love
game.
the creativity.
Sterling Heights in trouble, nearly picked off. Nearly picked off as the Brother Rice defense stepping up here and making life miserable on Sterling Heights Stevenson. That's a fourth quarter game, and you've got Brother Rice up by a score of 21-15.
Let's go big on Grand Blanc. Big on Grand Blanc, Brian. Go big on Grand Blanc. Zoom. We're going to head out to Romeo here. The Bulldogs trying to hold off Grand Blanc as the Bobcats. 28-all game. Let's see if Grand Blanc can get it in the end zone here.
Back to pass.
Oh, good job constricting the pocket.
No doubt about that. Good coverage as well, Rubes. I was looking in the end zone at what the quarterback was looking at. Nobody was open. And hey, there's that touchdown-saving tackle again, huh?
Yeah, you got a better chance of getting a leprechaun in the pot of gold and in a rainbow than getting this quarterback the way he can run around.
Where's me gold? I remember those Leprechaun movies.
Lucky Charms.
Yeah, they are magically delicious.
I tell you what, as a kid, I would get rid of all the oats. I just toss those out, try to have all the marshmallows left. Oh,
that marshmallow milk, like the rainbow-colored milk.
Stop.
Delicious.
We had that in our cooking show too. Lucky Charms.
This is a fourth down, right? Didn't I see the official hold his fist up? It looked like he was calling fourth down. That pass batted down, incomplete.
Are you kidding me? This would be 2 times in the red zone, come away with 0.
Wow. John Watson, you let me know when you want me to talk about one of the finals as well. I've just been handed a sheet. As soon as they have the graphics up there, I will let you fellas know what I know. How's that? How's that for a tease, huh? This is why you watch the score. I know something you all don't know, but here it is. We have a final. The defending Division V state champs, Notre Dame Prep. Late in the fourth, Sam Stowe with a short pass to the big guy. Brody Sink for the touchdown. The Fighting Irish end the regular season on a 6-game winning streak, handing Unity Christian its first loss on the season, 34-25, the final.
Isn't that the home? What, to Sla? Where'd he go?
Yes. Wasn't he Unity Christian? Yes, he was.
Yeah. The receiver for the Lions.
Yes, Isaac Tesla.
I wish we could just call him Tesla. It's just easier.
I just say it's white boy summer. Yeah, I mean that's really what's happening on. I mean it's just continuing, right? He's been fun to watch. No doubt about that. St. Clair with their work cut out for them now. Rubes. Don't know how much time is left in that one, but anytime you're down 2 scores in the fourth quarter, that is, to put it mildly, not a desirable position.
Need some urgency in your offense. Get to the ball. You don't have to be in a 2-minute per se, but try to save as much time as you can. Get in and out of the huddle quickly.
21-17 between Mason and Harper Woods. Harper Woods on top, as you see there. Romeo gets the ball back. Boy, final score in Millington. How about that? Wow. What a statement by Harbor Beach.
No celebrating on M15 tonight. The Cardinals.
And now that the game's over, I don't have to listen to that big, deep bass voice embarrassing me any longer, so thanks for that.
Oh, look at the Huskies, upper left, playing some defense.
Defense stepping up now.
Now Brother Rice trying to create some cushion.
That's a first down here.
Yeah, they're trying to get a little more space. It's a one-possession game.
Any points will be devastating.
Yeah.
For
well,
Sterling
you
Heights
get three,
Stevenson.
right.
Yeah.
Make it a two-possession game.
You got it. Boy, look at this. Hey, Rubes, 56 points in the first half, no points in the third quarter. How many times do you see it?
They figure things out. They're like Raptors.
Yeah.
They're learning. Harper Woods, Mason scored, kicking off down there. Oh.
St. Clair with a big play and into the end zone, so don't go anywhere just yet.
Wow, they matched it because wasn't the Huskies that just had the back pass for a touchdown?
Boy, I love the red trim on that jersey as well. The more I see that jersey.
Oh, it's sharp.
Ooh, that's a sharp
and I like
look.
the blue. It's a different blue. It's not the navy like we see so much of.
Yes.
It's kind of like the Kansas Jayhawks blue.
Yeah, good call. Good call.
They look like the Raging Cajuns helmets, though.
La Tech.
Yeah.
Have you ever been down there? That's a different world. Ruston, Louisiana. When I was doing Toledo football, I went down there.
They're just Louisiana now. They're not called La Tech anymore.
Yeah, they're a little different down there. I'll leave it at that.
Oh, a little fake. Is this a fake or is it a... No, it's a fire.
Yeah, it's a huge miss. So it's 28-20. Obviously still a one-possession game, but they got to hit that two-point conversion. First of all, they have to stop Port Huron Northern. Brother Rice trying to add to their lead. That is well into the fourth quarter now, with Brother Rice hanging on with a 21-15 lead.
And we got Romeo in the bottom left trying to get some first downs here. Keep the ball out of the hands of Grand Blanc, who did not score in the third quarter, but they had two long drives inside the red zone. They didn't get any points out of them.
And their defense has stepped up big time. They have just forced Romeo to punt, but they haven't been able, a missed field goal, and as you mentioned, they went for it on 4th and goal from 3 and got stuffed. So both defense certainly stepping up in this one. Brother Rice at midfield.
Your partner?
Yeah.
It's all right, isn't it?
Yeah.
Watching football,
This
hanging
is-
out.
this
I know,
is
it's the best.
fantastic. Are you
We get a
kidding
bunch
me?
of games we get to
Oh,
watch.
my
We got great
goodness.
people we're working with here. It's
Did we mention the food? Hungry Howie's Wing Snobs? Huh? We keep getting handfuls of candy. I feel like it's Halloween night, right? Only a week from now.
my wife believes I'm on a diet. All right, so let's not let the cat out of the bag
All right.
here.
Mrs. Rubick,
Sure.
I'm eating everything.
Yes.
Your husband is eating nothing. All right, so St. Clair's kicking off.
That's a good game.
How much
this
time
one
is
done.
on
This
that?
is GG's here. Farmington with a big win. The Falcons 40-0.
Yeah, boy, what a big win there.
Crestwood, yeah. The Chargers had not enough tonight. Some highlights here you're seeing, or lowlights maybe. Interception, I'm going to guess. Yes, it
Yeah,
is.
in
Showing
the end
replay.
zone.
Yeah, trying to get off the snide, put some points up. They get the goose egg instead. And Rice really now putting a nice drive together.
Big first down there. So congratulations to Farmington. The Falcons finished 7-2 on the year. They are playoff bound. Port Huron Northern, if we could find out how much time is left in that game. To our reporter out there, if they could let us know how much time is left in that game, we'd greatly
Do we
appreciate
have someone there?
I believe we do. John, do we? No, we don't have somebody
think
there.
we do.
Maybe to the camera person there. Oh,
Snap.
my
Oh,
goodness,
no.
a snap over the head.
Are you kidding me? Evan Schultz. Disaster for Port Huron Northern. Elation for St. Clair. In a blink of an eye, 2 plays, 12 points, and a 2 to potentially tie it. Unbelievable.
You can bless your maids and blue hearts.
Wow, perfect timing there.
Oh, Bob Ufer brought back
right?
the former Michigan announcer way back in bless your maids and blue hearts. That announcer, I'm thinking he's from St. Clair. He sounded pretty excited for the red and white, red and blue rather.
Romeo got the ball back and a big play here. Inside the inside.
How did they get the ball? But last time we saw, they just punted.
I'm not sure, but just
Turnover,
like
maybe?
that, you know, Bulldog Nation's going nuts out there.
And Brother Rice going nuts down to the 5-yard line.
2-point conversion snuffed for St. Clair. So Northern, the Huskies hanging on to a 28-26 look, and of course, you see Burger King in the background. At least that's what I see in the background, Rubes.
Of course you do, Sean. You probably saw that grill that they were tailgating at.
Well, I do like to have it my way. There's no doubt about that.
All right, now not going for the 2, or they went for the 2, did not get it. So the Huskies still have a lead, but this game is interesting. We got a lot of good ones going on
This is
right
a
now.
huge sequence right now for Stevenson. Stevenson can ill afford to give up any points here. Brother Rice inside the 5. They hand it off on the jet.
Got him by the shirt.
Got him by the shirt, and he isn't going to get anywhere. Wrapped up right about the 5-yard line.
So now, Romeo, did they miss the extra? Did they miss the extra point?
That's my guess. I'm trying to figure out how they got the ball back because
I am too.
it was Grand Blank's ball. They're working. Oh, isn't that nice? They're working on a package for us. That's fantastic.
Halloween, now it's Christmas.
Yes, that's a great thing. Brother Rice inside the 5. We'll call it the 4.5-yard line. Any score here would be devastating. It's 21-15 there. You can see down there, Mason and Harper Woods. They're in the midst of a dandy as well. Rice again. This time stuffed, and that's going to be a loss. Sterling Hayes Stevenson trying to say their ball. The official says we disagree. So Brother Rice, look at that, with only 3:11 left.
Sterling Heights Stevenson, former coach for a lot of years, I believe, was Rick, or was that Ike? Bob Lancey was Ike. I think Stevenson was Rick By. Both of them went to Northern Michigan. Northern Michigan was like the hotbed for high school coaches.
Yeah.
I mean, Bud Raleigh for years in Oxford. I mean, Lloyd Carr was a Northern Michigan head coach at U of M.
All right.
Northern Michigan grad.
Let's check in. This is certainly one of our marquee games.
Oh, off the hands. They get the nice pick. Beautiful play by number 11. And I think he's going to be involved here as well because he was down by celebrating. Number 10, but I saw number 11 somewhere, I thought, come in here late. So good job, huh? Back to back, get the pick, and they hit him with a little flat pass, turns big on him, and Graham Blank's got to be shaking their head saying, fellas, we should be up by 2 touchdowns.
Easy.
Instead, we're trailing by 6.
That's a tough place to win, and a team that's been red hot, Romeo. So a huge 3rd and 7 for Brother Rice as well. But I'm going to say it again, Rubes, with that little time on the game, even a field goal here would be devastating.
How much is left in the Rice game, Sean?
It was 3:14, if I'm not mistaken.
Field goal would make it a 2-possession game.
Yep,
right?
24-15.
And they have a kicker because he made one already in this game.
So let's see how this goes. I'm going to keep my eye on that one for the moment.
They got a little cluster to the right, Brother Rice in the upper right-hand corner. They got man on all isolation on the weak side. A lot of times you put your dude down here on the bottom, you show the cluster, and then you just throw a slant route to the guy in the bottom of the screen here. Oh, they went cluster. They lost.
Oh, my goodness.
They got confused. They
They're gonna
lost
want that
coverage. Coverage broke down, and he couldn't get it to the back of the end zone.
Huge.
Now, big decision for Coach Marshall. Do you kick here?
Huge. That was the right play. I mean, he was wide open back of the end zone, just couldn't hit him.
Look at Graham Blank after the kickoff. Horrible field position.
Trying to get something going on the ground. Nothing there. Romeo playing all kinds of fired up.
A lot of bark in that dog now. A lot of fight.
Here's that field goal attempt, Rubes. Port Huron Northern getting a little something going there. Nice run. Zigzagging his way close to the 50-yard line. Here's your field goal attempt. The kick is up.
Looks good.
And the kick is good. That's a huge, huge field goal. At this late juncture with only 3:04 to go.
Yeah, it makes it a 2-possession game.
Yep. You're talking miracle stuff now for Sterling Heights.
Right, well, you've only hit. Now, if this score was 48-46 or something, that'd be different. But there's not been a lot of movement by the offense of Sterling Heights since early on in the first half. They scored a little bit, but you just don't see them being able to go down the field quickly against this Warriors defense.
Port Huron Northern, I mean, literally seconds ago, we're up 28-14. They gave up a touchdown, then a high snap sailed over the quarterback's head. One of the defensive linemen picked it up and ran it in. 2-point conversion, no good for St. Clair. But Port Huron Northern hanging on here. That's got to be late fourth
quarter.
Think
about there were like 3 touchdowns in like 3 or 4 plays because the pitch pass precluded
good call.
Score by St. Clair before they had the long touchdown. And then the next play was a couple plays later was the snap over the quarterback's head. So Northern right now, we don't know down in distance or time.
He's going to have to take off and run, and there's not much there. Boy, look at St. Clair just not going away.
Grand Blanc either. Wow, I didn't see what happened on the bottom left, but remember, they were down on their 11-yard line. They got stopped on first down. Something good.
A lot of time left in that game upstairs. Look at that. 5:43 left, 2-point game. Boy, you talked about it again. That quarterback at Grand Blanc, my goodness.
He was coming out of the womb there, it looked like. And he was still able to get the pass off. He was bent. He was like, crooked as a dog's hind leg, and he still threw the ball and got completed. So good job.
Port Huron Northern needs a score. There's a lot of time.
You know what? The way they had him, I bet you had a face mask or the back of his helmet, the way they had him contorted. So that's a big one. That's a 15. So Grand Blanc on the bottom left, just on their 11-yard line, a couple plays and a penalty later, they're on the plus side of the 50.
Wow, this is fantastic.
I know, it's hard, though. I have a hard enough time focusing as it is in life, let alone having 4 TVs at one time.
This is like for people like me with rampant ADD, I'm loving every second of this. There's just action everywhere, you know?
See Mason now. It looks like Harper Woods has a 1st and 10. I see a down marker.
At the 50-yard line.
Bottom right.
Harper Woods 21-17 late in that game as well. Trying to keep the clock rolling, no doubt about that. And they do. Official signals keep the clock moving.
Just update on that Howell-Belleville game. It looks like it's 50-20. The Highlanders. We call that opening up a can.
Boy, Port Huron Northern had to punt the ball away. So St. Clair, I'm guessing around 5 minutes ago, a golden opportunity to go down the field, huh? Woo-wee. Certainly time running out on Sterling Heights Stevenson. They're down 2 scores.
And Mason on the bottom right just got a break. Harper Woods had a nice 5-yard gain on first down. It's up a 2nd and 5, but there's a penalty. I think a holding call, which brought it back 10. Now they're looking at 1st and 20.
Grand Blanc driving again. They've been doing it all night. Make no mistake about it. Just in the third, and they just weren't able to capitalize.
Oh, we only had 6 points in the second. Oh, now a penalty against Grand Blanc.
Woo. Marching it back to the 5.
To the 50-yard line, yeah.
Brother Rice looking to put this away, improve to 5-4. Surely in the playoffs. Make no mistake about that. With the schedule that they play, Rubes, the Warriors will find themselves in the playoff once again. Got to be feeling good about themselves as well. ended on a positive note. St. Clair, deep in their own territory, trying to get down the field.
Hey, a big first down, bottom right, Harper Woods. They got behind the sticks. They had a 2nd and 13. Nice play now. They have 1st and 10 on the 38 going in.
By the way, I saw the scoreboard quickly. 4:13 left in that game upstairs.
Upstairs left?
Port Huron, Northern St. Clair. 4:13 left in that one.
Oh, they're going for a lot here.
Complete.
There's the
Flags. So that'll be a first down out past the 20. Let's see what the flag is. We'll have that conversation.
And Grand Blanc moving the chains again, overcoming the penalties. This is one of the better offenses I've seen, even though they got turned away a couple times. This is a good Romeo team that they've got 28 points on it, and very easily could have 42 points on right now. And they're not done scoring yet.
All right, I believe we have. We're going to go upstairs to the Port Huron Northern game. Why don't we do that?
Defensive holding. That's going to be an automatic first down for St. Clair rather. The Saints, who trailed by 14 in the fourth quarter. They've scored 12 unanswered and have the ball 1st and 10 at their own 34. Farkas right up the middle. Seen this a time or two tonight. Ben Farkas across the 35 to about the 36-yard line. Clock keeps on moving. 3:10 to go. St. Clair down by 2. Their kicking game hasn't been particularly great tonight. Farkas rolling out, throwing incomplete through the hands of Rico Walker. Third and 7. Noah Wiggin nearly got through to Farkas. 3rd and 7. 2:55 to play. Memorial Stadium, everyone sitting on the edge of their seat. Huskies trying to survive on senior day. Walker near side, room to run across midfield. Rico Walker down to the 43, and a huge first down for St. Clair.
Wow, how about
that? Big play, 3rd and 7. Walker escapes outside, moves the chains.
Here comes Grand Blanc in Romeo territory again.
3rd time in red zone in the last 3 possessions. No points to show for it yet, though.
Claps his hands back.
Good luck.
To pass.
You're not getting him.
Yeah, not going to get that.
Make it a holding call, though.
Yeah, certainly in the area of holding. Clock running down out in Harper Woods. Harper Woods hanging on.
Still a 1-possession game?
Mason, of course, from the Lansing area. Brother Rice looking to finish out Sterling Heights Stevenson late in that game. It's a 9-point lead. Harper Woods up 21-17 late in that one. Oh, by the way, they also have the ball. Last I saw, they had a look at the scoreboard. There was a $1:40. Only 46 seconds left.
3rd and 5.
About 500 yards away from where we're sitting.
Looks like about a 3rd and a long 5 to 6, Sean. For Harper Woods.
Now we look over. There's Grand Blanc. Look at him run. Inside the 10. Dances out of bounds about the 7-yard line.
That kid's got to be gas at the end of a game. He runs literally almost every play. He's running 20 to 30 yards minimum. scrambling, the quarterback for Grand Blanc. He got down to fourth. Man, I'm surprised he didn't go for the sticks. That was third down, so it's 4th down and 2 now. How can you just not get him outside the pocket to the wide side here, let him scramble, blow play action, and give him a run-pass option? He'll find someone. He'll break it down, and in space, he is tough to handle.
Huge 4th down, again, deep in Grand Blanc territory.
Stevenson with a big throw up for grabs and picked off by the Warriors. That's going to be GG's.
Yeah.
Good game, fellas.
Brother Rice going to take off to their own sideline and celebrate a victory. They're going to improve to 5-4 and surely playoff bound for the Warriors. With only 35 seconds left, that will do it. If Sterling Heights elects to take their timeout, they can stop the clock one time. Only 1:40 left in that one. Boy, what a dandy this one turned out to be, huh, Rubes?
Yeah, I did see this coming.
Inside the 35, what is it, about the 33-yard line.
It's one of those border battle games, though, Sean, we said. It's
right?
Neighboring communities.
They seemingly all know each other. Pressure comes.
Oh!
Intercepted.
Oh!
Take
a knee, go down.
What a huge interception that is. And Port Huron Northern looking to hang on here.
That's tough. That cue for St. Clair's done such a nice job on this drive. Running it, the play action, making some nice throws down the field, and just threw it into a crowd a little bit. And
Grand Blanc with a touchdown. How about that on 4th and 2?
Oh, I missed it.
Yeah.
Hopefully we get a replay. 4th and 2, they go for it. Finally, the Bobcats get in the end zone here in the second half. Now, it's a tie game, right? 34-all.
Yep.
And let's see how their kicking game is, or if they want to go for 2 again.
Here's your touchdown. 4th and 2, mind you, at Romeo.
Wow. You know what? It's gutsy.
Yep.
Because that coverage was pretty good. And the quarterback stood, I want to say tall, but he's not real tall, but he stood up in the pocket, completed it. They went for 2, and they got it.
And they got it. 36-34. What a epic game that is.
7 minutes still remaining. The Saginaw Valley battling it out with the Macomb Red, rather.
There's your 2-point conversion. Bobcats up 36-34.
Well, we won't have to worry about fighting the Rice traffic after that's at Lawrence Tech here because the game is ending.
Yes, it is. Victory formation, and you can see them shaking
Harper
hands.
Woods too, huh? Harper Woods is victory formation as well. It's going to be GG's.
That's it. And it could be that time very soon with the Huskies from Port Huron Northern. A big interception deep in their own territory. Now, I'm not familiar with what the timeout situation is, but I know there's not a lot of time left in that one.
Did they take the 2 points off the board? Because Grand Blanc still has the ball.
Let's check in with Brian to give us the wrap-up in Harper Woods as we try to figure out what's going on out in Romeo.
Well, I told you to look out for this kid. Number 15, Troy Peebers, was able to get a touchdown and cap off a long drive with a direct snap touchdown to make it a 21-14 game for the Pioneers. And then Harper Woods was unable to answer that touchdown thanks to a huge sack on 3rd down and great defense from Mason. The third quarter ended with Mason getting an interception, setting them up at the Pioneer 25-yard line, but they would have to settle for 3 after a great defensive stand from Harper Woods. After going 3 and out a few times from each side, Harper Woods was able to knee the ball out. Final score here at Harper Woods is 21-17 Pioneers. Great game. Back to you guys.
Thank you very much, Brian. In the meantime, you were right, Rubes. They took that 2-point conversion off the board. And Grand Blanc went for it again.
Except from the 8 instead of the 2-yard line. And
they were stopped.
Oh, good play. They stopped themselves.
Yes,
scramble,
indeed.
Throws it in the corner, wide open, off the receiver's hands. So we've got a tie game there.
Port Huron Northern trying to put this one away.
Oh, my. What a gutsy call.
Pass
Are you kidding
outside,
me?
and this could go yard.
You're thinking all they're going to do is hand it off and run out. They run a little bubble screen, one-man screen outside, and they take it to the house. And now, with the conversion here, this will be game, set, match.
Yep.
Because it's an 8-point lead now.
So 28-26. 28-26, and you're right, the all-important conversion. Only a minute 9 left in that one, Rubes. And boy, do we got a dandy going on and out
But
in
I
Romeo.
don't think we're going to see the end of the Grand Blanc game. And John Watson setting up the point. Are we going to stay on that or not? Okay. Well, I can't.
I think he wants us back up at the podium. Can I sit on Mrs. Rubick's couch? It's so comfortable here, John.
Here we go. Big conversion here now in the Port Huron Northern game because they make this, it's done. With only 1 minute remaining, this will make it a 2-possession game. It's up, and it is good. So that would be it for Port Huron. Should get the win there. 9-point lead.
Boy, give St. Clair all the credit in the world for fighting back and taking advantage of a bad snap. But a gutsy call, as you said, Rubes, a gutsy call turns into a long touchdown, huh?
Absolutely. It takes a lot for the coach to do that, but he understood they still had a timeout left, so he wanted to end the game there, and he did. And 9-point lead now, kicking off with a minute to go, so they should be good. The Huskies getting another win. And right now, Grand Blanc really playing well. First down for on the right. Let's take a look. Grand Blanc in the white. First down for Romeo, but they get stopped. Loss of a yard. Be a 2nd and 11.
Yeah, you know, it's weird. Grand Blanc defensively has done very well, albeit one big play, and they just haven't been able to capitalize deep in that Romeo territory.
Yeah. They've had 3 drives. Romeo has not moved the ball like Grand Blanc has here in the first half, or the second half, rather.
Boy, what a fun night, though. My goodness gracious. You know, we saw a couple games get away from us, but we've had some dandies here tonight. No doubt about that. Keeping an eye on everything here as we are back on camera. Welcome in. We call it the Rubick Cabin, not to be confused with Butler Cabin down in Augusta. This is the Rubick Cabin. Fun night, Rubes. A lot of good games out there tonight.
It is, but I'm still kind of watching this Grand Blanc one. There's a timeout right now. It's 2nd down and 11. But yeah, it's been fun, huh?
Yeah. Oh, my goodness gracious.
Do you like this better than in the booth? What do you think?
They're both great. Like, seriously.
Oh, stop.
No, this is where.
Come on.
Listen,
quit hedging.
I'm going to say it again. Can I clone myself? I'll go out to a game and I'll stay here. And then I'll go out to another game as well. I mean, it's hey, listen, Friday Night Lights has turned into something special here. I say it all the time. The secret's out in the state, okay? We are producing high-level athletes that just aren't going to the MAC, that just aren't going to the Big Ten. We're getting guys going all over the place, including SEC country.
And we've watched a lot of them over the course of this season. I mean, look at Corey Sadler down at Cass Tech. There's, the Garant kid, the running back.
Yeah,
we're going to see him go. And they're just guys all over the state. And linemen. Often up in Davidson's got an offensive lineman, a power 4 kid. So they got guys around the state that can play, and we get to watch play on. I mean, you look around the country right now. University of Michigan, you have Bryce Underwood.
Yep.
One of the top quarterbacks out for Oregon, lighting it up.
Dante Moore.
So, everyone thought he was a bust at UCLA. No, it was more of a decision he made that when he went to UCLA, Chip Kelly was going to be there. But then when he's gone now, he moved back to Oregon, and he's lighting it up.
Not a bad decision. Hey, we want to send a shout-out again. Hungry Howie's always taking care of us. And Wing Snob. I mean, fantastic wings tonight. No doubt about that. Want to remind you as well, of course.
About what, Hershey?
Yeah, shout out to Hershey as well. We ate about 80 of those crackles tonight. But listen, the selection show is Sunday. We'll be back during the playoffs as well. No doubt about that. Talking about what's going on in the playoffs. So looking forward to that. I'm going to let the boys out here in the crew. Am I going to be throwing some final scores out there as well as things go on? As we're right now, really the only thing that we are watching here on the State Champs Network and Local 4 Plus. We appreciate you watching us. Let me get to some final scores. West Bloomfield, 28-7. Really turned it around early in the third quarter.
Started out was tight in the first half, West Bloom kind of took over in the second half. Roseville kind of disappeared offensively, had a difficult time trying to get first downs, and the Lakers come away with a big win.
Inland Lake knocks off St. Mary 47-20. Farmington, big win over Crestwood 40-0. Toledo DeSale 44-6 over Riverview. Harper Woods hangs on, comes away with a 21-17 victory over Mason. 50-28. I don't think it's a final yet, but 50-28. Howell on top of Belleville at Belleville.
That may be the longest high school football game in history. I swear that's been on for 4 hours.
Big win for the Northville Mustangs. They knock off the Patriots from Livonia Franklin, 35-14. Big fumble there, Rubes. How about
blew
that?
Up the mesh point. Graham Blank getting penetration, blowing up the mesh point, and Romeo was putting a drive together. This is a tie game, right? Because they did not convert on that second 2-point conversion.
Perhaps the most impressive win of the night. How about Harbor Beach knocking off Millington 41-7?
Not just that they won, but how they won. They had a running clock in Millington against the home team. It hasn't happened since 2005.
Port Huron, one that we were keeping an eye on. The Huskies come away with a 28-26 victory over St. Clair. The Trojans from Trenton take off in the second half and really run away from Lincoln Park 49-26. Brother Rice with that 24-15 victory. How about Groves? They score with 7 seconds left just down the road from here, and they knock off Seaholm by a score of 21-14.
Good win. I'm just kind of curious now, though, how much time is in this Grand Blanc Romeo game? Romeo had a little drive together. There was like 6 minutes or so, I think, when Grand Blanc scored that last touchdown and missed the extra point. And Romeo took over then. Now it's 2nd and 7, just on the plus side of the 50. After the turnover, huge play for the Bobcats.
At the 47-yard line. You were talking about long games. This is one of them.
Scoring. A lot of scoring does
no
that
doubt.
a lot of times.
That'll stop the clock.
Oh.
Big pass downfield. Oh, my goodness.
Okay, that's a dude to a dude.
Wow.
That was a dime.
That was a dime and
to
somehow
a dude
got
in coverage.
4 guys. There were 4 guys on him by about the 5-yard line.
I told you, Grand Blanc is now is like the Cass Tech of the North with athletes. They just roll them out at you, receiver after receiver. You know, like I said, I talked to Coach Weingartz. I said, Jake, he goes, Rube, you look a lot faster in person than they do on film.
That's a huge touchdown.
Well, wait a minute now.
With 3:52. Yeah, how? Yeah.
That's not.
No. It was 34-34, right? How did they get 2? Okay.
So when we looked at it 34-36, Grand Blanc missed a 2-point trying to make it. Yeah, because it was 28 all.
Yeah.
So then when
Romeo scored and missed the extra point, right?
That's what we thought.
Yeah. All right, whatever.
We'll take their word.
Okay, sure.
All right.
Okay, fantastic. So still 3:52 to go in that one. Wow.
Well, here's another look at that replay of that pass. Look at this. Between 2 defenders, and he just says, I'm a full-grown man, and you're not going to bring me down. Okay?
That's
I'm scoring.
unbelievable.
Yeah, you can grab my shirt. That's not going to cut it. So they got to go for 2 here just to make it a 6-point game.
Yeah. Yeah, we're trying to, because it was 34-34, correct?
That's what we thought, but we must have been mistaken. Don't start chasing numbers doing this. I learned a couple weeks ago, man.
I'm not.
It's hard.
Yeah,
You start looking at clocks, you get games confused and so forth. It's a difficult task.
Okay, fantastic. So it's still 40-36. 40-36. All right.
I wonder how much. We have an idea how much time is left. Maybe we got our camera. We have someone out there.
Did they return the 2-point conversion attempt? I don't know.
4
I'm
minutes
done
left,
thinking
we were
about it.
told.
Yeah, it was 3:52 if I'm not mistaken, to be precise. 3:52 left. So still some time in this one. A lot of time. Let's be honest. An eternity of time. And speaking of long games, oh my goodness, this one has been really, really long. So I'll tell you what we're going to do is we're going to tell everybody goodbye. We'll keep an eye on this, and certainly we'll report on it over the weekend. But Rob Rubick, another fun week. I can't thank you enough for being a huge part of this. Your insight is invaluable. One of the best in the business, there's no doubt about that. The entire crew here, the work that these guys put in behind the scenes, you can't put a price tag on it. We're very, very blessed to work with one of the best crews in the business.
And hats off to Arabian.
Yes.
This is when I came up, really worked out the replay thing, and I think that added so much to this show. Obviously, we've mentioned everyone else. We got Mandu here. We got, we got everyone. Brian's filling in. Alan was with us. So it's been a really good team effort, and I've enjoyed it. And I think that we've gotten better each week, and that's what you want to do in anything that you do, Sean. Just try to get better.
No doubt about that. Most importantly, thanks to you for joining us, for inviting us into your phones, your laptops, your television, whatever the case may be. So for everybody involved with the Score here on the State Champs Network and Local 4 Plus, my name is Sean Belizian saying good night from the Score.
State Champs Score is delivered by Hungry Howie's Pizza. Also brought to you by Lawrence Technological University, Alta Equipment Company, Michigan High School Athletic Association, and the Construction Association of Michigan.